it's just excitement that we have everyone. So, let's go live. Game 42.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Yay!
Hey! We gotta wait on the a little bit of a delay here between Twitch, and I think we are shiny and good to go. Hi everyone, what's going on?
We're live!
We're live! We have a thing!
We're
We have
live!
everyone! Woo!
Woo!
Hello everybody, welcome back.
Gonna do the Kermit thing.
Woo! Yeah, arms.
Oh no.
We're hyped. We're ready to go. This is game 42 of the Small, Terrible, and the Dragonborn Party. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate it because we have everyone. Yay! We have everyone. Volkar's here. He's been with us, but in spirit. So he is here. He is here with us.
My buddy was sleeping or something.
Exactly. So welcome back. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it, especially back-to-back. So we have a game today, and then we have a little bit of gap in July. Summer's always a tricky set of months for us because everyone's doing things and schedules are wonky and everything else. So we'll be back at the end of July. I think it's July 28th, I believe is the right date that we said. If that's incorrect, we'll figure it out. Do you guys want to get going? Because I don't have anything unless someone else does.
Well, not only am I back in this game, but I've started streaming again recently.
Yay!
And I'm also planning on running a game of the new edition of Savage World, the Adventure Edition.
Nice.
It'll be set in a sci-fi setting, so more on that on my channel at some point later.
Awesome! Woohoo! Give us your Twitch handle.
Yeah, Squirrel_games with a Z.
Perfect. And we'll host, of course we will host. So look for more content from our bard, from Volkar, from the Squirrel Gamers, games. Awesome. Games. So everyone, we are excited. We are ready to go. A lot of shit happened in the last game. We were just recapping ourselves, trying to get everyone caught up. And also, can we just note that Julia's back in her home country? Yay!
I have returned from Australia to Austria.
She survived all the.
I survived all of the
ice animals of Australia.
Poisonous animals stuff. I survived my constitution checks. I made all of them.
Yeah.
Hey, so yes.
Split over continent. We're just
True. That's true. We're just only a little bit separated. So we're back, and so let's recap real quick last game because we were doing this for ourselves and to just kind of get everyone caught up as well. Those who have been absent a little bit, the party has been on their way to a Kraghammer and encountered at the very beginning of last game and of the previous game to that a frost giant who seemed to have his own. He was doing something. Talking about you are not my quest. They fought him and then bravely ran away after banishing him because he was doing a shit ton of damage and potentially trying to knock people out. So they ran away. They encountered some goat knights of Kraghammer who seemed to be under an influence. Followed them back to, with a good persuasion check, followed them back to their little, kind of their hideout where they've been living in this abandoned mine. Discovered another relic, an obsidian relic shaped like an anvil this time. Seems to be one of a relic of Fortubo. Figured out that was driving them mad for some strange reason. And then cured some of the madness with some greater restoration. Ulrin got recognized. Whoops. By another dwarf. Whoopsie. And the Goat Knights, after being healed and mostly thankful, except for that one guy, went back to Kraghammer and also to look for the rest of their missing patrol. And then our wizard decided to... Do you want to explain this? Alicia?
thought process or what I did, because
What you did and then what happened.
Like barrier.
Yeah.
To test how far down it was. Just like
Let me actually just show y'all
throw
what
a
that looks
bunch
like.
of rocks
It's
at
down
it
here.
for fun.
For fun.
That didn't go well.
Mhm.
Because that was a glyph.
Mhm.
It came like force damage, I think.
You took a ton of force damage.
Ton of damage.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, and then I got dragged down.
And then you got gently
Not
coerced.
dragged. Yeah. Went down.
Yep.
By what exactly did you get dragged down? As in, like, something grabbed you, or you jumped because you were manipulated, or? I'm sorry, I did not watch it.
Or
It was a
Think
little...
boom,
It,
squeezed the
yeah.
ground, and then
Yeah. She
Yeah.
actually slipped, and the
Oh.
there was an anti-magic field. There were a couple of effects happening, and it was just funny to me because you triggered all of them at the same time. It's like I was not expecting that. Okay, then. So there was basically the barrier. She threw something at the barrier. It triggered a glyph. It set off an anti-magic field. Their rope of climbing is now dead. It will not work again. It's just a rope.
Rip.
Yep.
Goodbye,
So
old friend.
you
No,
goodbye,
we
old
had
friend.
that rope for so long.
I
I think we
know.
got that in the very first.
You
We
did.
did.
Yeah,
We
we
did.
Oh.
This is our
I mean-
carpet.
I
Why?
mean, it's still,
No.
Not
it's still
the
a
rope.
rope, right? It's still there.
It is
It's
still
a
rope,
It's
yeah.
It's just
not
rope.
climbing anymore, right?
It's just rope. It's seen better days. So
It's just useless rope now.
yep.
It's-
Yep.
Oh,
Rope
So-
is always useful. It's just not magic.
It's just not a special rope. Alicia fell. Neuraxis chased after her. He used his body to protect her. She did get knocked out. He brought her back up. Sid flew everyone else down, and they're now in the hole. And they put up the mansion because, ow.
It's a rope of sentimental value.
Yeah. Oh.
Sentimental value.
Oh.
Does nothing except contain sentimental value.
You should
It's a
frame it.
sentiment magic item.
You should frame it and frame the rope and put it in your stronghold.
Yeah.
The first
Yay.
true casualty of your adventures.
In a glass display.
Yep, with a little plaque underneath it. Yep. So you put the mansion up to recover. You brought out the two relics out of curiosity. Olrin and Neuraxis were like, all right, what do these things actually do? Because they tend to attract each other. And then Istis showed up. So we'll start there. Do we still have an Olrin? I just saw his video go out. Olrin?
Olrin.
What dwarves?
No, not the dwarves. Come back. All right, so we'll give him a second. But you all are, except for Alicia, who went to bed. She had eight hit points.
8.
Oh, nasty. And then Istis just kind of walked in the door. Ellie, as you originally knew her, the owner of Tabernacle's Global Emporium. And she sees the two relics and had her hands out, took them from you, and said,
Rude.
let me show you what these really do. She looks at all of you. You might want to hold on to something.
Like grabs the table.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. All right. You ready?
Sure.
Okay.
Sid
I'm
grabs a
not holding
bottle
on
of
to
booze.
anything.
There you go. Bottle of booze. That's perfect. If only eggs were there. And she goes,
Wait, should we wake the gnome before we? It's like,
she just shrugs. It's up to you.
just like takes the blunt end of the axe and starts like hitting the ceiling like an angry neighbor.
Once again, rude.
I mean, I can make Alicia do a perception check at disadvantage to see if you hear it. Do it if you want. It's up to you.
Disadvantage perception?
Disadvantage perception for hearing, yes. To see if you hear the thumping.
I can just say I rolled 19 and a 2,
Perfect. Perfect.
Okay.
which means that is a 1.
Perfect.
Can I cast message
Yes.
and send just a message to Elijah and be like, weird lady showed up and said, hold on to something.
I don't think she needs to if she's not in the same room. Sure.
Alicia, you were just getting to sleep, and then Sid's voice rings in your head.
Oh.
Sid's lovable, soothing voice.
Fuck off.
Lovable, soothing
She-
turtle voice.
She told us to fuck off.
But it's just like trying tighter to the I'm guessing the cover. Which I'm
Sure.
It's like lie.
Oh. Okay.
Sid is like, she told us not to bother her, and she used a very rude word for it.
Okay.
Which I think she is not the type of person to usually use this kind of language, so I think she really wants to sleep.
It's gnomish though, so.
It's true. Pardon.
Oh, that was a gnomish?
No, I was just messing with you.
I feel like this is the kind of message you can get across in any language, even if the other person doesn't speak it.
She
You
just-
get the gist of it.
It feels like a middle finger.
I was gonna say she just sends Big B's hand down to flip everyone off, and then
Yeah,
dispels it. Yeah, she's like, no,
It's just
screw
a
you.
mental image of a middle finger in Sid's head. She's like,
Oh,
got it.
mind spike with a middle finger.
Oh. All right,
Right.
so Ellie is just, well, then if you're ready, here we go. And she puts the two relics. She doesn't seem to have any issues with them being compelled toward each other, almost magnetized toward each other. And then she just laughs and goes, I don't fucking know what these things do. They're not mine, and puts them down.
I think they're supposed to be touching or something, just like at the
Yeah,
tip.
she just, oh Jesus. She just
Just the tip.
smacks them together.
Just the tip.
These aren't meant for me. So she puts them down. She goes, however, I would not recommend you try that. Because...
The one's an infill that was found pretty recently, and the other is what?
The little tempest that came from the bones of the earth when we were fighting Relish
Oh, right,
as
right, right.
leftovers.
Yep. She says, I just wanted to, I felt something off, and from your location, I just wanted to let you know that you're actually not terribly far. Granted, space and time don't mean a whole lot to me. Not terribly far from an entrance to Celestian's gift, so I just wanted to warn you.
Where now?
What?
I'm sorry, what's
What's Celestian's gift?
You
Yeah,
guys
I
have,
think the
you
only
guys
one
know
who
this. No,
you
and Hazel, if
God.
Hazel were here, she would instantly be like, "Oh shit, that is the place she you guys have heard of that she's been compelled to go find her objects, her items. They're down there somewhere." And Ulrin also knows that this is where the Blood Hunters are using souls to be paired into their weapons. That's where the souls are being pulled from, and where his cousin is somehow getting them from.
Oh.
yeah, the betrayer we need to execute. I mean, what?
Ulrin storms out, never to be seen again, to go kill his cousin.
Be right back, guys.
Yeah.
Gotta go murder.
Oh, if you think
My own family.
So she's like, just a heads up. I mean, granted, I think it's several days from here as far as your time is concerned, but it's not like the bones of the world, like some of these ancient places you've trod in before. It's extremely dangerous. So this is my few moments I have to go across the plains to tell you that you need to watch your asses.
There's a third one of, points of the two thing that's down here somewhere. Is that also that way?
Maybe?
I saw
It's,
it in my head.
Yeah,
Not
no,
that
it's
way.
they can move. I'll be
Yeah,
honest,
and he just,
because
picks one up.
okay, smartass. But seriously, where's the Dragonborn get off at?
Don't ask.
Yeah, I'm worried that I did just ask that, to be honest. Again, and she's looking around, she's like, I got about 10 seconds here. Just be careful. Watch your asses.
Okay.
That's about as best as I can do.
Advice before.
You want a cookie before you leave?
Can't eat it. Don't eat, but appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't really need it. And also, I like the turtle, but you might want to get your blood hunter back. And she bamfs out.
Oh, she's come. Okay. She is on her way.
Yeah, you keep saying that. And
I heard it.
what do you mean you heard it?
When it went all dark and the thing disappeared, and then I saw another one glowing down, I guess.
To clarify, for Neuraxis, he got a message. Whether he tells you all that...
Yeah, I heard it.
In his parlance, yes. Okay, so, what do you guys want to do?
Is the Blood Hunter the terrifying one?
About 25% of the time, when she has teeth and is sort of 8 feet tall.
25%.
Pokey, we better get ourselves ready for this one. I do not enjoy the sound of that.
You just
Better stay on your
She
guard.
likes strawberries and cookies, and she is my friend.
And she is my friend.
Oh
God.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not entirely sure if that makes me trust her more or less.
What?
Yes,
I think I cracked a rib. I'm going to bed.
What about the rest of you who are not sleeping?
Well, I'm gonna be sleeping eventually.
Sure, I'll go to sleep.
Yeah, I do have spells to regain.
Okay.
I like to imagine, since no one gave Sid an actual room, she just always goes into a random room and just sleeps there.
I think it'll be
she
this
changes
one.
up all the time. Yeah.
All right. Do you let Pokey pick, or do you just go in one?
We switch it up. I think this night it's his turn to pick where we're gonna sleep.
And he runs off into a room that's actually across the hall from Elysia's, and you realize that is actually probably the Blood Hunter's room.
Ooh, are you sure about this one, Pokey?
And
I get a weird vibe from this room. It's like,
I mean, it's not like we have any personal stuff in there, since everything comes out after. So
yeah, I mean, nothing useful.
There's some weird juju in this room. I'm not sure, but sure, we'll give it a try, Pokey. And I grab a plate of cookies and go in with him.
all right.
But I keep my guard up. I deeply distrust this weird blood hunter person.
I'm just very excited to eventually see Julia have to play both characters.
I'm not.
It probably will.
The voice switching is going to be like...
That's going to be epic. I won't make you drag it out, I promise. All right, so, and what about Ulrun?
I'm gonna go down to the forge for a while and work on things.
Okay.
And probably try and talk to the Allhammer again.
Okay.
I want to try and ask him what's going on with the soul thing, and if that's of import, or should we just stay on the path? Just kind of get a guidance kind of thing.
Okay. Roll a religion check for me. Do it with advantage, since you're at the forge.
14 plus 2, so 16.
Okay. Alright. Forging is a meditative process for Ulrun, is that accurate?
Yeah,
Okay.
very meditative. It's sort of like a trance almost.
Okay. So, time passes for you, and you know you have to sleep, and you know you'll stop when you hit that point of exhaustion. But you're used to getting absorbed into a project. Is there something specific you're working on, or are you just keeping yourself busy and...
I think I was working on something, which I have.
It's okay.
I don't think I haven't told you yet, but.
Oh, well, the DM would need to
since
know.
we started, I know, but like, I want to start working on drafting up like armor and possibly a saddle for something.
Okay. Oh my god. All right.
Like a goat.
Yep. I had a feeling that's where you were going.
Goat size.
About
not
goat
like,
size.
Know, like,
Sure.
You know, like goat size, just in case. And maybe some cool
Okay.
things for the horns, you know.
Okay.
But
just in case it has Arn on
You never know.
both sides.
This is fascinating. All right. So you start the drafting process, and you start to fall into that state where all of your focus is on what is before you, on the project before you. And the heat of the forge, the glow of the coals, the quiet of the room around you, except for the sounds of the things that you're working on, all get kind of swirled into this just empty space in your head where you feel like there's a sense of calm. And you're very, very familiar with this from over the years. And after a little while, you're not sure if you fall asleep or if it's one of those weird lucid dreams. Because you can still feel the forge heat, you can still hear the different sounds in this room, but you also just get this faintest whisper from the Allhammer that just says, "Remember the necromancer."
okay.
Seek out the well. And it fades. You know enough at this point, Ulrin, that you fell asleep here. So you could go up to bed or you could stay here. It's up to you.
I'll probably go up to bed.
Alright. The rest passes. Get all your stuff back. Hit points, spells, abilities. Long rest achieved. Yes.
It's just also a regular check-in with the crew. Like, there's nothing, like, special. I just keep Dell informed on what's been happening.
Okay. Dell does not answer. Eggs does. Yeah, okay. Hey, boss. Real quick.
Hey.
Yeah, thing. And you can hear in the background, sounds like singing. It's like, we had to go into dock. We're still in Amman. Like, we came out and... I think we saw your bad guys. I don't know for sure, like, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure we saw your bad guys.
What did you see exactly, my dear?
Big ship. Also, I think it's a ghost ship that they were on. It wasn't the boat we've seen them on before. But two white dragonborn, right? Like, twinsies?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're with some chick in a green cloak. She's scary as hell.
What, how exactly do you know that... X, my sweetie, where is Dell right now?
Dell is right here. Hold on, let me put her on. And you hear this, like, shuffling. Like she's physically handing the stone over. Like when you used to have to hand over a landline, you know? And you hear... Dell gets on the phone. I almost said on the phone. Dell gets on the stone, sure. And Dell's voice... The stone phone! There we go! Always use the stone phone. She says, I might have had to clue Eggs in a little bit on just a couple of things because the ship, she spotted it and thought, oh, ghost ship, pirate treasure, and I had to tell her, not that one.
I see.
You can flog me later, but sure.
Yeah, we'll talk about this later. What? I'm pretty sure I gave directions not to for you to stay far away from them. Why are you still in Amman?
Well, we came back to Amman. We headed out. We were actually going to go sail over near Wildmount for a little bit. You told us to get away.
Yes, I
And we spotted them on the open ocean and decided that would be a bad course. So we came back to safe port.
did. As in, you went to Amman to get away from them, and now they are in Amman too.
No, they're not in Amman. We just spotted them.
Oh, you spotted them on the open ocean.
Yes.
And they're not in.
Yes.
I see. All right, good. Because I was worried for a moment that you would have not followed my orders and actually followed them, but I know you would not do that.
Well, you know. It's, safety of the crew comes first, so.
Exactly. Which is the entire reason I'm, running around with these people.
Understood.
Yeah. It has its ups and downs. Like, there have been some entertaining moments.
I was curious, especially that, what did you call him? That DJ?
Yeah. Oh, he's like, well, you met him at the pirate
Right,
party.
but I'm just curious if he's always a party animal like that, or if he has another side to him.
I think he tries to keep it on the down low from the rest of the party. It's that, like, he has to, like, keep up this, like, priest persona, but, like, he's always ready to party down. I feel that.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. Well, I hope they're treating you well, and if not, kill them all.
Yeah, well, that is the plan.
Perfect. Say hi to Pokey for me.
I will.
You hear another little cheer in the background. She's like, Eggs took us to some tavern and there's a mud wrestling. I don't know what's going on, but it's interesting to say the least.
Are you going to participate?
Absolutely not. You know, I abhor mud.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would I put myself in that?
I bet it would look great on you.
And I would agree. Absolutely. It would look, and it would be only strategically placed, but the thing is that, one, it's not naked mud wrestling, which is a little bit of a bummer.
Oh, well, then
no, they
about
have
it, like...
clothing on, just very little.
Oh, what kind of place is this that you're at? I do not like the sound of that. This is not the kind of place you guys should be hanging.
I have no idea.
Even have naked mud wrestling. You're gonna give us a bad reputation if you should go to places like
We honestly just came in to drink. And then this happened. It's in the background. I don't know. We're leaving soon anyways. No matter. But I'll keep an eye on them, and Eggs is in charge of making sure some of our folks don't run off, so.
Yes, very good.
And we lose them on a lost weekend or something.
Yeah, we don't want a repeat of what happened recently.
Absolutely not. So we're going to just stay in Amman for a little bit longer, and then would you rather us stay here, or should we head back out and hopefully avoid that mess again?
Do you have any sense of, like, where they were headed? What direction or what?
Are you asking Del that?
Yeah.
Okay. So out on the open ocean between us and the other end of Wildmount, so absolutely not. I don't know. There's a lot of ocean there. And they were moving slowly. Granted, there wasn't a lot of wind that day, but.
And you say they were on a ghost ship?
You know how Eggs likes to exaggerate. It's a strange vessel, I admit. It doesn't look seaworthy at all. It looks battered and beaten, but it seems it was moving along just fine, so. And I didn't see anyone on it. Other than Eggs said there was a woman, and she said there was no one else other than the woman and the twins.
Would I clue kind of in and, like, make the connection to the ghost ship of the, what was her name, the rebel? Was that the name? Like
Which one was it?
the ghost ship that you told me about with, I think, like a hull of bones and.
Yeah, it's starting to sound familiar.
Okay. I'm
It's-
just wondering if Sid would like.
It's
to make
an educated guess without having seen it herself that this
Yeah.
that this could be the same ship.
Hmm. Okay, they were on a weird ship with a weird lady. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say if they were in the waters around Wildmount, maybe don't head towards that direction. Stay in the mount for a bit, and then try to chart a course for another area.
Got it. Bay of Gifts, perhaps?
Oh, that sounds nice.
We could check in with some of our suppliers and see if they have anything they want us to oversee, we'll say.
Yeah, that could be profitable for now.
Got it. Understood, Captain.
I do miss being called that.
They don't call you that.
I guess the weird dragonborn dude like does it, but just doesn't have the right ring to it. I'm not even sure he actually knows what I'm a captain of, and if he does not know that and say it like that, I'm not sure. I think he might still think I'm some sort of soldier or something, which is just ugh. So yeah. I just don't like the sound, like how it sounds when he says it, It just...
Doesn't have the right ring to it, does it?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no worries. We'll make sure, and if something happens, I'll let you know, of course, but assume that silence is golden at this point.
Yeah.
And just...
And...
Yeah.
Have you told X to maybe keep it on the down low about what you had to tell her? I understand that you had to tell her.
And I apologize for that.
It bothers me, but...
I know.
Well...
Eggs knows better. She does. And she also
That's
knows
right.
that I'll throw her over the ship if she says anything, so... And she
That
can't
is
swim.
true. You have that going for you.
I'm not worried about it. If it were anyone else, I would have brushed it off and then immediately called you, but since it was Eggs up in the crow's nest... This was about 3 days ago, by the way.
I see. Yeah, you really cannot keep a secret from X. She'll be relentless about it.
It's a strange little sneaky thing. She's always where I'd least expect her.
It's a special ability of hers. It's useful, but also a bit worrisome.
I have questions about that, but maybe I'll get her drunk enough one day and she'll actually answer them. I'm
You
gonna
have to get a lot of booze for that. She can drink for her size.
It's terrifying.
It's frightening. It's terrifying.
It's terrifying. I'm gonna go. I need to go. Get off of that. Why are you... Oh, gosh. Alright. They're climbing the tables. I'm going to go round up the children, apparently.
It's what we do.
It is true. Be good.
Always.
Alright, Captain. And she signs off.
Yeah. I think I lie awake for a bit, kind of like digesting the news, playing a round of poker with Pokey, losing obviously because I'm distracted. Yeah, and then I'll go to bed.
Okay. So, take all your spells and hit points and all that fun stuff. You all wake up and eventually work your way down to the main level of the mansion, where there's a new batch of cookies, of course, in the oven.
Of course. Because that's the cookie mansion.
Cookie mansion!
Breakfast of champions.
They're warm and ooey gooey. It's amazing. Alright. What would you all like to do?
Well, I guess we
What
need to find
plan?
the
Have breakfast.
third. I don't know. Do we find the third? I mean, we're down here now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to go all the way back out, to come all the way back. I mean, sure, a god popped in just to warn us it's dangerous. But I mean, we do dangerous
It
things all
was
the
like,
time.
what?
Yeah.
Well, like a piece. It's a
Maybe
a whole
it's
thing.
especially dangerous.
I mean,
You guys hang with the weirdest of crowds.
Yep.
Ulrin's connection with gods is just slightly more personal than your average priest. It's perfectly fine.
Personal. I see.
What? Oh, no.
Gotcha.
That's a whole other special level.
Yeah.
Well, if we want to, I can fly us out of here. I am well rested, and I am as usually just that amazing. So we can leave if we want. If we can leave this hole if we want, or we can keep exploring this hole if we want.
We've already fallen down it, so I say let's exploring. Have to go down here.
I agree with the wizard. Anybody else? Anybody?
I mean, we've come this far. We might as well figure out what's down here.
Sure.
I'm always up for some good hole exploration.
I think you're really going to enjoy Kraghammer.
Oh my god.
I mean, I was gonna say that, but if we can figure out what's going on here and we arrive with Kraghammer with that, you know, it's leverage.
That's true. It'd probably be a good way to stop Alton from doing the weird soul forging that he's doing.
Yeah, and then
If
your
it-
mom can have her house back.
That'd be
mean,
nice.
We could just beat his ass, but if we can legitimize it, I guess it will be easier for everyone.
I mean, we're still gonna beat his ass. It's just
Yeah, of course.
Ooh,
but
I like that.
I'm just saying, if we do it in a legit and explain
Yeah.
why, and I mean, I don't care, but it would be easier for you and lots of other people, I assume. So
Yeah, it wouldn't
Yeah.
look so bad on us.
Yeah, there's a lot in Hazel's book that I didn't understand, but I don't think a lot of angry carvers would be good for us.
yeah, wouldn't be good for them either. But it's the least dwarven blood spilled, the better.
That sounds sensible.
Alright.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, you guys have the choice, so. Or you can fuck back off to Joren and just not do anything. You can do that too.
Indeed.
Could.
We're done. Back to Joren. End
Yep.
of campaign.
End of
Well
campaign.
tried.
Sorry
was
about
a good
it.
effort,
We
but
retire.
Sorry, Elrin.
We should at least wait for the 2-year anniversary. Just
know.
saying.
And we quit. New campaign.
And we're done.
I mean, if we start fortifying it now, when the world goes full Mad Max, Duran will be fine.
Yeah.
Is
Alright.
that not a plan? Okay.
Okay. Out into
So,
cave, or
Yep.
okay.
Who knows which way we're going? Everybody else saw the glowy column, right?
Everyone else saw it. Yeah. Well, those who were around.
Yeah.
So at that point, it would have been you, Elysia, and Sid. Volkar and Ulrin were dealing with the Goat Knights. So.
So, you two, you think it was sort of... I mean, I think it was that way, or maybe sort of that... What do we... I don't...
Are you gonna stick your head out of the mansion?
Yeah.
Okay. There's only one path forward right now. That's why I'm asking. It's pretty. This is all. I mean,
Die.
and you're dead. Sorry about it.
Eh,
Tough. Yeah. It's so weird. There really is just the one path forward. It is pitch dark down here.
Oh, the turtles have dark vision.
I don't think so.
They do not have
No.
dark vision.
How do you pick these characters?
They only have water
But-
vision.
But my turtle has the dancing lights cantrip, and she's gonna cast it.
Okay. So, little lights pop forward, and are you gonna have them with you, or are you gonna send them?
I'm gonna say it in direction. One of it is just spinning around Nerex's head very annoyingly.
The world's worst fly just buzzing around your head.
I apologize. Sometimes they just have a will of their own. This one just really seems to like you.
Sure.
Reminds me of the pixies in the Feywild.
Uh-huh. Remember, pixies like hair.
I don't have any hair.
I know, you're fucked. And Hazel's not here.
Damn it.
Yet. We'll see.
Ah,
Alright, so, marching order for me real quick. Just so I know.
I can see in the dark, so should I take the front? I can see a long way in the dark.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So, Neuraxis. Okay, who's next?
I'll
I need
take
a
the
dwarf.
rear.
We're in tunnels. I need a
Ulrin, you're in
dwarf.
the back?
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
take it back.
Ulrin's in the back.
Or maybe I can be in the front because nobody can see over Naraxis.
I can.
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Sure,
Well,
but I'll
Can you
come by all
really
means.
see over Naraxis?
Well, like here and
Is the
and
turtles
here. Shoulders?
taller?
I am 5.8 feet tall.
Oh, no.
No, he's very
Oh.
tall.
He's
Oh, that's tall
6'6".
Yeah.
dragonborn. Jesus Christ.
No,
Is it?
that's the thing. I did not roll well for how tall he is.
Right. Yeah, but he's in comparison to everyone else.
Jesus.
Yeah.
He couldn't
Okay.
make it in the NBA, so
It's true.
he had to become an adventurer.
Whatever the dragon version of basketball is, he was just...
Yeah.
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
this is really bad.
Yes.
Here we go.
Oh, my
He played,
camera.
No,
He
what
played
happened?
Dragon Ball in high school, but couldn't get in professional.
Well,
So
now
became
you're
a
in-
soldier.
Now you're in Kraghammer, and now you have to play Goat
Yeah.
Ball. So
Yeah, gold ball.
you have to play Goat Ball. Yep. Go find some Goliaths.
My 8 siblings would suck. That's not...
All right, marching order.
yes.
Elijah is in
So,
the middle.
Volcar, me, Elijah, Sid.
Volcar, you, Elijah,
Uh,
Sid,
well,
Ulrich.
Alright.
should I not be in front of Elijah? So.
I
I
feel
don't
like
know.
it's better to have Elijah in the middle because then she has
Oh,
like,
okay.
both
Ma-
sides.
Yeah.
maximum protection from
Yep.
either end.
Yep,
is the-
There you go. The two
Sure.
tallest right
That's
around
just
her.
my reasoning.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'll be in front of Ulrin and after Elijah.
All right. So, you head off into the tunnel. Sid's dancing lights, and you can just keep recasting that as you need to. It's
Yeah.
very dark down here in Araxis. You have 120 feet.
Yep.
Okay. So this tunnel forward leads into that darkness. It's mostly dirt and rock, but every now and then you see a broken stone tile that's clearly of dwarven craftsmanship. The dwarves would know that it's not totally unusual to lay stone tile below a mine, since the cavern you fell down isn't part of the mine. It's also possible that the mine was built on top of a previous area, or a previous part of you don't know what. Anytime you want to stop and look around, you can definitely do that.
Can we tell how old these tiles are?
Yeah, make your stone cunning, your history check with your, I think you have advantage, right? Or proficiency,
Yeah,
I can't remember. Okay,
What does
with
that do
advantage.
exactly? Considered proficient with double proficiency bonus.
Perfect. That's a lot, shit.
Yep.
Damn! Alright, roly.
24.
24.
Got
Mine!
Yep.
Yeah, well,
And-
actually double proficiency, so plus
Yeah.
4?
Shit, yeah.
I would have 23 with the
Yes,
double.
20.
23 and 28. Okay. The stone tiles that you can you have to stop, and they're shattered in most places. They're very old. 600, 700 years, several, like, way back. And you would also know, actually, it would be more than that, because I'm thinking about post-divergence. Yeah, it would be post-divergence, but maybe not by much, and you can just barely, on one edge of a tile, both of you can make out a crest that has a similarity to that of Iron Keeper Ravenna Rockmore. She was the first female Iron Keeper post-divergence. So it's old. 800 years. This is a long abandoned area that was used for you have no idea what.
Cool.
So moving forward still?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alright. You keep traveling. And I need everyone to roll perception for me. Several hours at this point have passed. You can kind of gauge that it's probably late afternoon by this point.
Perception, the thing I'm super good at.
7.
Okay.
Ugh. 10.
20 total.
Okay.
13's not too bad.
That's not too bad. Yep. And considering that Ulrin and Neuraxis have pretty high passives, Neuraxis, and especially because you are towards the front, you can see over Volkar's head as you round this one corner. The tunnel kind of curves to the left a little bit, and you see it almost looks like a shape, like a ethereal, wispy half of a person, maybe, that just walks across the path about 60 feet ahead of you and then just disappears.
He like grabs Volkar's shoulder, like puts his hand up, like, whoa, 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 whoa.
What? Did I see that with a 13?
You
Probably
did
not.
not, no. It was very faint and very far off.
So I'm just like, what?
I think there's Ghost.
Right.
Like a glowy, floaty, half a person.
You think?
Be careful. It's like, just please be careful, everybody. Please.
Oh, I hope not. Sailors do not do well with ghosts. I did not sign up for ghosts when I promised to join you guys.
There's not supposed to be ghosts, so.
Are we talking to figure out if it goes?
I just want everybody to be careful. That's all.
I just shrug and start walking again. Because I didn't see no ghosts.
Okay, there you go. Alright. So Volkar keeps going ahead.
I mean, I keep on my guard a little bit. Rex has been weird, but usually when he says a warning, it's because there's maybe something. But,
Okay. Alright. So, moving forward, we'll carry that perception check for a little bit, and Neuraxis, you see a few more of these figures. They're always 60, 70 feet ahead. No discernible... They're half-formed. You can kind of make out the rough shape of a head and shoulders and a little bit of arms and a torso, and they don't ever seem to see you.
They're work in progress ghosts.
Yes, exactly. They're like quarter formed. They're not really, it's they don't have a discernible race to them.
That's gonna be a question. Are they like obviously dwarf shaped or
And they're floating, so even if they were, you wouldn't be able to really tell from the height alone.
Oh dear.
There's just a few of them that every now and then you get, and again, they don't seem to pay attention, or if they know you're there, they don't care. And the tunnel.
Like the honey badger ghosts.
Oh, okay. So Ulrin's got the lantern of revealing out. You're not seeing
Oh.
anything. It's just stone.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
Yeah,
just for
that
light.
thing.
Sure.
And then if we see any invisibility, that's cool too.
Perfect. Okay.
so like the third eye thing, so I can go overtake him.
You're breaking up a little bit there, Alicia. Sorry.
I can read languages for the
Okay,
day.
gotcha. Understood. So yeah, her little
Languages.
arcane third eye is it lights up very briefly as she turns this ability on. You travel until you're tired, and it's just cave.
Like, what direction are we going in?
So who wants to make a survival check to try to figure
Yeah,
that out? Because
forward.
no one has that ability to be able to kind of roughly tell where you're.
Yeah, that's
That
not part of
feat.
stone cunning in this edition. Is
It isn't. No.
Portals are naturally proficient in survival, so I
mean, I
could
can
give
make
it a try.
survival check too.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone who's proficient and wants to make it can make it.
I'm not proficient, but I'm jack of all trades, so that's another 30.
Fair enough. Okay.
I got a 16.
Okay.
23.
Oh, jeez.
Ow.
All right. Oren, dang. Ow. Bam.
Mines are my favorite terrain.
So with a
Underground
23,
is my home.
But you're a smith, not a miner.
Yeah,
he's just that good.
it's like home.
It's mining adjacent.
Mining adjacent. There you go. With a
forward
23, yeah, you know you're moving forward toward the mountain, but you're moving at a eastern northeasterly direction. So not almost exact north where Kraghammer was. When you were on the surface, you're kind of skirting around it a little bit. But you're definitely moving toward the mountain. It's cold down here. It's dark. So yeah, you travel until you're tired and risking almost exhaustion at this point.
I don't think we're gonna go to risking exhaustion without taking a break.
Yeah, I didn't figure, but you can definitely tell that you've been walking for a full day.
Yeah. Well, break time, I guess.
Okay.
Do we,
Very good.
how many days do we want to continue in that frickin' tunnel? It's boring.
I mean, didn't the god lady say it was going? We were a couple of days out from.
Kraghammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we kind of knew what we were getting ourselves into.
It would have been this long of a walk on the surface anyway.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, we're hoping to find something down here. There's nothing except Naraxis' ghosts.
Hey,
I mean, you're the one who saw them, I didn't. So they're yours.
I don't
Aw,
think
you
that's how
have
it
ghost
works.
friends.
What?
Aw.
No, thank you.
You have friends.
Oh man, shady.
Hmm.
Are there any other like openings on the sides, or is it just like one straight
It is just
tunnel?
tunnel. This
No
is
like weird little alcoves or anything.
You get a few. I mean, it really does. It looks a lot like this. There's some spots that are smooth, and then there are other spots where just jagged rock formations, or you've got stalagmites and tights sticking out at angles.
Stalagmatites.
All of those things. You dip down a little bit as you walk. The path goes up. It's never fully just a straight walk. And you have kind of lost track even of how far down into the earth you are at this point.
Oh, is there an incline to that tunnel too, or
A bit, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a straight flat path for sure.
But like generally, does it go more downwards?
Yeah,
Oh,
seem to be going down. There's definitely a decline in the elevation. All right.
okay.
So, mansion up, rest.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
Stop me if anyone wants to
Actually-
do anything, but I can move you forward.
I will scry on Hazel. before
Oh,
I go into the
shit.
mansion.
Ooh.
Ew,
Scribe
dear.
it.
Oh dear. Okay, give me that again because I always have to look at Scry.
Sure.
Oh yes, and then the massive block of text.
Yeah.
You asked for it.
It's
3 paragraphs later.
Right, wisdom save. Okay.
yeah. If they don't want to be observed, they
Well, that's up to Hazel.
that's true.
So what do you think?
Well, would she know who's crying though?
Wait, isn't it?
That's true. Yeah, she doesn't know. You.
Yeah,
Like,
doesn't she have to
you're-
make a saving throw?
Yeah,
Okay. What saving throw is it?
wisdom.
With some.
Wisdom, and I
Okay.
have first hand, I assume.
A little bit, yes. That's. I think once you shed blood together.
First hand.
It's a 15 wisdom save.
So only because I know you fail, otherwise you would have succeeded.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
So
if I fail, I can't resist it anyway, right?
right, yeah. So
Yeah.
Noraxis's vision goes white for a second, and then he's pulled out of his. Are you doing this by yourself? I should have asked that.
I think usually I would like sit with Elijah and do it with supervision.
Fair.
That's about appropriate.
Well, if you're gonna do that, we could do something else if you go to Elijah to ask.
Hmm?
Send a message to Hazel. Tell Hazel that, hey, Norax is gonna scry on you.
That's a lot of forethought. I mean,
It's not like, what are the odds that Hazel is taking a shower or something right now? Let's just take a look. I mean, she's probably doing anything embarrassing right now.
I mean, to be fair, like if he has like a spell slot left at the end of the day, he just like scries on a family member without giving them any warning because he has no way to. So it's just like it's just like
maybe she's washing her human skin thing.
Oh God! Oh,
what do we call it? With the flesh kangaroo.
the yep. Mhm.
Like,
So,
keep it clean.
what do you guys? What do you want to do?
and I don't think like he would think unless like Elijah says something before like
If-
do you want me to
if you
maybe
If you're gonna say, I'm gonna go cry at Hazel. Then
That's
she
true.
would
Well,
say.
I have to come
But
and
if
like
you're not-
ask
if
you
you're
to
just sitting
borrow
in
your
the same-
scrying eye. So
Yeah,
it's
if you're
like,
sitting in the same room saying, I'm gonna cry and do it, then she's not gonna comment.
Elijah, can I borrow the bubble? I want to see how Hazel's doing.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want me to send her a message first, or do you just
I
want
don't.
to scry?
Sure. I mean, I can't. That's probably. I mean, I don't want any of my family before I check in on that. Fine.
Wow. Wow.
Elijah's gonna use send a message to Hazel to tell her that Marax cry.
Okay. Hazel, you get this. You get Alicia's voice coming at you.
No. Oh, God. Look.
I mean, I don't actually know what Hazel is doing right now.
No, but we'll start with the. Let's start with the message first. I mean, you can respond
Okay.
to it.
Okay. Wait, give me a second. So the message is just like, Noraxis is gonna
Hey.
scry on you.
No.
Yeah.
Hey Hazel, we miss you. Noraxis is gonna scry on you. Yeah.
How's things?
Okay.
Look, it's just like,
You don't have to use all the words.
That's
Miss
true.
you.
It's
my
that
God.
awkward like
But-
goodbye. Bye. I'll talk to
Yep,
you.
yep.
You can reply to this message.
Okay. Okay. After a while, you hear back. Oh God, how many words? Hey, Elijah, miss you all too. Did you get my package?
Fine.
She would be like,
Something,
Just-
something, strawberries, tiger.
Yeah. I'm in a dank cave. Tell the Rexes, sure, go ahead. Okay. I'm sorry, I've been able for so long. I don't know.
No, you're okay. You're all right. That's why I was kind of why we were having those discussions about Hazel
I don't even
a
know
little
what
bit.
she's doing right now.
We'll go into that. We'll go into that. I'll give
Yeah.
you the I'll
Okay.
give you the setup, and then you can take it from there.
Okay.
He's just like a
I'll
difficult
actually give
child.
the Rexes the go ahead.
Yeah, like the whole time you've been waiting for a response, he's just like pacing up and down.
I can see that. Yeah.
Going to respond. Give her a
But you get the message straight away. I know how this works.
He's so eager.
Don't you ignore my text. How dare you?
All right.
Red.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Really.
I'm
Oh,
back.
the worst. Okay.
3 dots, and
So.
then nothing, and then 3 dots.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Hazel is typing.
For 10 minutes. Yeah. So you give her a few minutes, and then Neuraxis, you can go ahead and cast that. Okay. That sensor, the invisible sensor, shows up, at least for you, and you see Hazel. Hazel is indeed in a cave. She's got a fire going. It looks like she's caught something for dinner. It looks like a rabbit. And she's finishing that up, and sitting beside her is a yellow-eyed wolf. Hazel, that
can I
wolf's
just
been with you.
quickly-
Yeah.
Okay, can I just add a quick detail that I actually forgot to tell you? You see that like she's mostly unchanged, except for the fact she now has this scar run from like this here under her eye, like across her nose and up to here to her forehead, like a single scar.
Dang.
Otherwise, like she appears a bit ruffled, but other than that, she looks pretty much the same.
And
Does-
Hazel, that wolf has been with you for about 3 days now.
Okay. Okay, because you can hear her with scrying too, right? Hear her
Yep.
talk.
I can just see and hear with it within like
Nice,
10
yeah.
feet of the sensor.
Okay, so you just kind of see her like looking around, and she's like, "Araxis, are you here right now?
Where's the camera?
Are you like, you're probably here right now. This is Cinnamon Bun. Cinnamon Bun, say hello."
You see the wolf get up and walks over, actually right to where the sensor is, Neuraxis.
Oh no, he
And
can see invisibility. We're
Bumps
busted.
it with his nose and goes
Found the
back and
camera.
curls up by the fire and just looks between Hazel and the sensor.
Yeah, I think Hazel would clue in on that, and then also the sensor. And she's, "Oh, there you are.
Oh
Hi."
God, she's so close to the lens.
There's now a wolf nose print on the sensor that's kind of smudged it a little bit. Yep.
I must say I was really surprised when I got Eliza's message. I would just imagine you would just like scry on me without asking first. But like, but it seems like you've actually like learned a bit. I'm proud of you. Although it might have just been Elijah's idea, to be honest. I'm doing well, being on your track. I'm in a cave somehow. I don't know, somewhere. I know a lot of parts of like Kraghammer look basically the same.
Wow. Racist.
Don't tell Ulrin I said that. Yeah, I miss you guys, but I hope I'll get there soon. Had to like fight a few things, you know, the usual. Pretty weird stuff down here. Caught my food. I hope you guys got my package. Like, I went through a lot of trouble of sending that your way. So, guess that's it. I actually don't know how far along you can see me. At this point, I feel a bit weird, just talking to myself. Well, I'm not talking to myself. Cinnamon Bun's here to keep me company. Been telling Cinnamon Bun a lot of stuff. Yeah. Oh, check. Oh, check this out.
Text scrying would last for 10 minutes.
Oh boy, okay.
Yep.
Oh, check this out. And I pull down my right glove, and you see a tattoo of like a blood drop with sort of like a dagger inside of it. Got myself that. Also drank a weird mixture of blood and stuff, but I'll tell you about that in detail. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope you all keeping your cookie intake up, just like the doctor prescribed. Yeah. Hope you didn't pick up any weird strangers that are now accompanying you. You are too trusting. You gotta be suspicious of people. That's what I learned out there. Alright.
She says after picking up a wolf.
Yeah, just
Strange animals.
We did pick up a strange animal.
Yeah.
Racist.
I think
That's
she means
fucked
the
up.
monkey.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the monkey. Of course, the monkey.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Yeah. All right. It's starting to get a bit weird, just talking to thin air like that. And I mean, there are all kinds of creatures around who have not now might been alerted to my position. So if that's the case, I'll probably be fine. I'm just gonna eat my dinner now. If you want to, you can watch me do that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And she awkwardly looks to the side, I think it's about ready, Cinnamon Bun. I know you actually wait. Does Cinnamon Bun eat?
No.
Okay. I know you technically don't eat, but I don't know. Can you smell Cinnamon Bun?
He kind
It
of.
smells really good.
Yeah, he's
there you go.
nosing at the air, but he looks disinterested.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? Not enough sugar on there. My supplies are running short.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, yeah, whenever Hazel gives up on her little shoop.
Okay. And back out. Alright. Vision back into your body.
Wears human flesh, drinks strange blood, adopts
Sugar.
weird magic animals. Yeah.
All the old Hazel classics.
Hazel is
Maybe.
part Lovecraftian. That's yeah.
Yeah, nothing unusual there.
Not at all. Not at all. All right.
Oh dear. Yeah, he just slips back out. Alright, well, I feel like I haven't been paying a lot of attention. That's definitely a new looking scar, but it's also a scar, so at some point it must have been a wound. I really wasn't paying attention. Oh, she has a dog. Or like a... like a wolf thing. Like those other two that popped. She's got one of those now. And she got a tattoo. She got a tattoo. Elijah, she got a tattoo.
Dad's telling stories out of school over here, like.
I think she's in the gang now.
Oh my god.
She joined the gang.
She joined a gang.
Wow.
Why does Neraxus sound like a
Worried
Uh-huh. Yep. You would have recognized Neraxus. That is actually, and you're right, that is the same tattoo that Mizrae and Camilla both have.
It is a gang. You're right.
It is a gang. Yeah.
It is absolutely a gang, but still.
Technically, yeah.
She's running with the cool kids now.
I thought we were the cool kids.
Aw.
Have you seen how many books are in Elijah's bag? Let's be fair.
Oh my god!
Ow.
Cool kids.
There's a lot of shade happening right now. Okay.
Reading books is cool, okay?
Oh my gosh. All right.
Staying in school.
Yeah.
Don't do weird blood rituals.
Yeah, don't do weird blood rituals. I think that's the top tip right there.
Or do.
Or do. No. Okay.
Yeah, she seems okay. I think she's also in like a dark cave near Kraghammer somewhere. So I was right.
Well,
I did
wait.
hear her.
But I can cast locate creature and see if she's within. How far? 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet.
Yeah. We could try.
Look, wait. Is that the one that gets blocked by like certain amounts of stone and lead and stuff?
I think so.
Well, I mean, she could be like 1,000 feet straight down the tunnel. Like,
Yeah, we're just gonna keep going for like 5 days.
It's you can't locate a creature if running water of at least 10 feet wide blocks either path.
I mean,
But
what
it's nothing about
are the
stone.
chances?
Yeah.
But if we're gonna rest anyway, you know.
That's
Yeah.
true. It's like, as soon as you say it, it's like,
Come on.
yes. It's not-
Then I'm gonna cast.
So you're gonna do it?
Yep.
Okay.
Find my friend.
Yeah. Find iPhone. Yeah, it's find Hazel.
Fine.
No.
Siri, where's
No.
Hazel?
It just fizzles. Mm-mm.
Hazel is not within 1,000 feet, or there is running water in between it. So,
Yeah,
those were
it's worth a try.
All right. Shall we move forward then?
He just like gives her the
Or-
crystal ball back
Okay.
and goes inside.
Okay. So, you, and again, stop me. Anyone stop me if there's something they want to do. But you walk forward for about another day, and towards the end of the second day, you start to hear the sound of rushing water.
Oh well, there's the.
Oh.
I just
Water.
kind of had to laugh that you were casting that.
Damn it.
so at this stage.
I mean, if we traveled a day before we met the running water, the distance
It's
was
probably-
also
yeah.
a thing. But
Yeah. Yeah. It's nothing like gets Elijah to keep an eye on him and like scries on like Banar or like someone in it's just like each day he just observes someone without warning. Like,
That is very creepy.
just
He
more
was
like
getting a worrisome hobby of Norexis. Like,
sometimes twice, like if we're gonna take a short rest for lunch, he'll just use one spell
Oh
to
my
like
gosh.
he just worries. He worries a lot.
Hey,
So he just
Dad.
constantly is like,
Okay, so
okay, nobody died. Okay, no one's
um,
making illicit deals, like over and over again.
I'll say if you check on Banar, it looks like she's putting the finishing touches on a building. She's helping with finalizing like roofing in that forted area, or not that's the wrong word to use. In that area, the Enclave, we'll say, outside of Amon, where the Dragonborn have kind of claimed on their own.
Like Dragon Quarter, yeah.
Yeah, she's helping with that. She's standing on the roof watching a halfling man hammer some shingles in place. And you see him, she points and directs him to go to the other side, and she takes over. And it's pretty average, almost boring by any standards, but she's safe. And once the spell only lasts for 10 minutes, so you do see her about 5 minutes in climb down, and she and Yvonne, the mute tiefling, look like they are going to take off for the evening. It is getting dark.
He just like uses the last 5 minutes to just like look around and see how it's changed. Like,
it looks good. They're starting to put small garden beds in for flowers. They're getting into the nesting phase almost of making it look like a home at this point. So there's, I shouldn't say flowers, but there's winter ferns being planted. There's holly bushes, that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, so you guys do, towards the end of that second day, you all can hear it. It sounds like rushing water, and the tunnel is curving one more time. This time it's a sharp, kind of almost hairpin turn to the right.
Oh. But it's been a day of travel.
It's been another day.
Is it time to rest again, or?
You're not pushing yourselves hard enough to risk it right now. You have all of your abilities, and that. If you were to continue another half a day, we would have to talk about that. But
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but
I guess my question is: do we want to go for another hour to see, get close to that water? Or do we want to stop here?
I mean, it can't hurt, right, to know what we're going to be up against.
Yeah.
can if you want.
I mean, we could probably push a little bit further. And just see if it opens up a little bit, maybe, and then we can get our bearings after we rest.
Yep.
Sound good.
Okay.
Another cat.
Aww.
Get
One
there. Alright, so ignore the, I'm gonna get you on the map here. I'm just trying to get everyone's, everyone placed here. Plus, my last copy of player icons was, of course, when you guys were down hit points, so.
Yay.
Oh no.
No, we're good, we're good. Alright, so, you move forward and the room opens up, and now you immediately can locate the sound of the water because it is a giant rushing river.
Yay, river.
Hey.
There is a more of those stone tiles. Here, these are more whole, and up ahead is some kind of structure. I can give you a little bit more of the map here so you can see. But there are stone walls. This makes it a little hard to... I wish they would give us a cornering tool that we could do this properly.
Right.
That would be really nice. Roll 20.
Like just a drawing tool instead of
I know, something.
just squares.
Yeah. Some kind of stone structure here.
So now the questions becomes: do we want to get in there, or do we want to camp out in the mansion?
Is there an entrance that we can see to the structure?
Not right now. You can't really tell what's around the corner. You guys can see it. Your characters can't. You can't see around this corner because you have moved forward. And this cavern is lit. There are crystals jutting out, like you see right here, from all different rock formations, and they glow ever so slightly. They have a phosphorescence to them that gives this whole room kind of a bluish-greenish tint.
Cool.
Just
Are
enough
these,
to
like-
see by.
I like glowy crystals.
Yeah.
Are these like windows, or is it just a stone
It's
wall?
just
without
stone
any...
wall.
Okay.
Yep. You don't see any windows on this structure. At least on this side.
So, is this like a dwarf thing? Are we like on the outside
This
of
is
a...
a dwarf thing.
It's underground. It's stone, of course. It's
Oh, yeah.
a dwarf thing.
Not even that. It's like it's a fortress under the ground. It's like, is this one of yours, or is this something we need to worry about? Not literally
Probably-
yours. Like,
Probably also need to worry about if
Yeah.
it's one of theirs.
I was gonna say, if they know Elrond is coming.
Yeah, like no matter who built it, it's more about who's in there currently.
that's true. Yeah.
Because we know the tunnel hasn't been used in like centuries.
Hundreds of years. Yeah. Zombie dwarves. That's what.
Shit.
Right. What are we doing? Volker at the front? Do we want to take a peek, or do we want to sleep and take a peek in the morning?
Yeah, that's my question.
I'd say peek now. Sure that no attacks us in the middle of the night. Or like alert people that.
I mean,
I'm curious, but it's still gonna be there tomorrow.
yeah.
I'm going, while everybody's talking, I'm gonna grab some of those crystals.
Okay. It
'Cause they glow.
takes a couple of minutes to kind of hack at them. And you can get them. You can break off some pieces. They're not valuable from what you can tell. They're just interesting.
So
I will-
you're the kind of Skyrim player that just picks up everything, right?
Cheese wheels. All
Yes.
the cheese.
Every
Until they
bowl
come in
of
handy,
salt.
and then you're like, oh, thank God
Yeah,
we have
right.
those glowing crystals. Oh, thank God I have those 10 cheese wheels.
Yeah. You pause in the
Yeah.
middle of the fight and eat an entire buffet. That's how
It's interesting how these break off too, because once you get one, you can kind of start pulling at one formation with your hands, and the ends come off jagged. It's as sharp as glass. So it's definitely something you'd want to be careful with.
You can make glass armor.
Do they still?
Most useful armor.
No, you need a glass cannon.
No, we have one.
Ha.
We already have one. It's a gnome.
Aww.
Aw. Okay. So Oren's hacking at those. The
Do the
sound.
crystals-
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, do the crystals still glow?
A little bit, and then they slowly fade out.
Oh.
But it still
Oh,
has
bummer.
that greenish blue tint to it.
Hmm.
But you also notice, Oren, that they're partially hollow. So they're not solid all the way through. It's an interesting formation.
Hmm.
That sound that he makes, it does sound like someone hitting glass with a tool. And up ahead, Volkar, you hear... This moaning starts to echo through the cavern.
It does not like that.
Maybe don't do that. Just saying.
Told you there were ghosts. It's just like
And I told you I do not like ghosts. And I like draw my quarterstaff.
Okay. And you guys, less and less Neuraxis, especially on the second day of travel. You only saw a couple of them early on, and then you didn't see any of those figures anymore. I should have clarified that. And floating here, hold on, I gotta grab it. Where'd it go? Where did it go? I lost my thing. Here, if it'll give it to me, is some kind of a skull figure that just appears. It almost out of mist from water, from the spray of the water. But I don't have the right thing, but it's almost it looks like a whirling dervish almost, and skulls form in the dust and then pull back, and then a face pushes against it and then pulls back, and you just hear, "Left us here.
Okay, that's creepy.
That's
Mm.
So much water. Can't breathe."
Oh, I do not like this.
You're above water right now.
And then the other thing you hear it say is, "The gift is corrupted. Turn back. No!" And then this
Ugh.
horrible shriek. And the faces look pained. They look like they're in agony. And you see one looks to be visibly choking. And then it fades
Okay, yeah, that's creepy.
back into the dust and whatever is making up this thing.
That is super creepy.
Ugh, me no likes.
Oren.
Back there playing with crystals, yeah.
Already there's
DJ,
creepy
DJ,
things
do
here.
your cleric
Yeah, I'll put the crystals down and
Okay.
come up and be like,
Okay.
what?
Try to glue them back on.
Trying to get me to fit. Like,
just like-
no.
Set them gently on there like it's normal, and then just walk away. Like, I didn't do anything. Huh?
No,
Okay.
nobody saw anything.
Yeah. Totally not, yeah. We can super glue this back on, it'd be fine. Ulrich, I'm gonna actually have you make a religion check for me.
Ooh.
I wouldn't do this a lot unprompted, but there's a reason.
Me.
11? 11. 11?
It says 13 on mine.
11.
Well, 9 and 13. Is this with advantage?
Oh, with the... Okay, sorry. Read the wrong thing. Even with that, this is not fully undead. It's a spirit. You have heard of these before. They're known commonly in amongst priests as callers in the darkness. They are remnants of someone who died, or several someones usually, who died tragically, but could not be raised or were not turned into undead. They are mostly harmless unless attacked.
You hear Sid yell behind you. Are we killing it?
Is he still there, or is it still there?
Yeah, and it's just slowly swirling. These faces push against whatever form or material this thing is made out of, the spiritual energy, and it just keeps repeating. And I won't say it again, we'll do sort of okay here, but it's left us here, the gift is corrupted, water, so much water can't breathe. And it just keeps saying that over and over again.
Is this like the souls from the manor in Timor Falls?
They're not.
These aren't? Okay,
Nope.
so they're not like trapped here and like I can't like exorcise the demons.
You could exorcise the demons if you wanted to. What
Like
it
free
might
them,
do
exorcise the
in
demons.
retaliation, you don't know.
Volkar's just like, okay, we got it. Thanks for the warning. You can go now.
Would I know if these things could communicate with us, or are they kind of on their own plane and are just kind of like roaming endlessly? Or would I be able to go up and like...
say they roam endlessly. It'll eventually move on.
Okay.
It probably won't
So I
move
can't
too
tell it,
far.
hey,
but
I'm gonna free you from this shit.
No. It's these creatures, whoever it is that perished and got stuck in this thing, are on a loop.
Gotcha. So it's very Dark Souls-y, like...
Yeah.
Dark Souls-y.
Yeah.
Yeah, to where they're just like there and they're just doing like what they did in life, but they're dead.
This one is stuck in the awful way that these people died, which you can kind of suss out. Probably is drowning.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
I mean, Volkar's trying to communicate, and they're not changing what they're saying, so
Right.
that would all be easy to include.
After a few minutes, as you all are kind of trying to figure out what to do here, it does start to slowly dissipate, and it eventually works its way back this way, and it starts to get close, and you're like, oh shit, and then it dives down into the water and disappears.
Oh, Sid's backing up when it gets closer.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah, it just eventually lands with there's no splash, it has no physical form, and just disappears into the water. And with one last
So they drowned. That's
Yep.
Volkar's gonna elbow Sid a bit, like, don't want you go for a swim.
Don't joke about drowned ghosts to a sailor. That's You do that is like the worst. I'm not good. I did not sign up for this.
I mean, it's an underground river. It's not the open sea. It's not the same thing.
The same principles still, the same basic principles still apply. I feel like.
Right.
Can you even drown?
What do you mean by that?
Wow.
I mean, can you
technically
not swim? Like you're I don't.
Have you ever been caught out at sea in a storm? I want to see you try to swim when the waves are as high as buildings.
No, thank you. Jesus.
Damn landlubbers.
That was the wettest burn ever.
Yeah.
Sorry, Captain. Just thought.
Just trying to give you a couple little more pieces of the map here. This building is actually built into part of the cave wall. So whether it has a back to it or not, or whether there is something else back there, you don't know. But and this entire time you've been standing here, you have not seen anything else other than that weird creepy thing that just happened. You've not heard anything else other than the water and the weird creepy thing that just happened. And no one has come out of the building.
Well, okay.
Okay.
So do we want to rest first and then maybe explore this building, or should we go ahead and explore? I mean,
the ones come out, but that doesn't mean it's safe. So
Yeah, let's.
I would prefer to get away from this bridge and this water. I don't trust it. And see it like kind of peeks over the like rim of the bridge for a bit and makes a face and steps back.
yeah, we can just, I guess,
Put a
rest
mansion
in the
upon,
mansion
like,
on
this side?
of the river.
Yeah.
Like this side on the river.
Oh, okay.
And then we can cross and explore that place.
Yeah, let's breach and clear a scary fortress after we've had a nap. That seems like a solid plan.
Okay. So mansion's going where? On the other side of the bridge, or?
On this side,
Gotcha.
Yeah, like,
where,
Okay.
Where
Okay.
we are.
not too close to the water.
Got it.
Yeah.
That makes
like,
sense.
More like here, way up in the corner.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more like
She's just
more
kinda
like
bam.
a bit outside of the map up there.
Sure. Okay, that's fine. You can actually go back around the corner.
Yeah.
And do that if you would like. Sure, absolutely, you can do that. So let me clear that out. Okay. Mansion goes up, and
Like maybe 5 minutes out, not super far.
Sure.
Just,
and you close 5 minutes out. You can still hear the water, but it is a little more distant, of course. So mansion goes up, and you guys.
we're not gonna hear it inside the mansion.
Not inside, but while you're still out. There you go.
So, if we like see another one of those things, should we, do that thing you did at the mansion? The other swirly dead people.
I don't think that would help them. I think they're just here. I mean, I could try, but I don't want to incur any wrath that they would have or possibly upset them.
I think we can probably just ignore them. I mean, they didn't respond in any way or so.
Yeah, but what if his cousin puts them in a hammer or something? That can't be good. I don't want
Oh, yeah.
a sword full of drowned people.
That's more about his cousin than about those things, right?
I mean, but if they're not here, then you can't put them.
I guess that's true.
I mean, there's probably a lot of them around here and there, so it's more simple to just stop the one guy than to make all the spirits go away when we don't even know how. I don't know.
We could try it in the morning if you'd
Sure.
like, but I don't know what kind of reaction we'll get from.
I mean, I'm not against anything. I'm just saying simple solutions usually the best one.
I wouldn't want, anyone from the fall getting put in an axe or surely they'd rather go wherever dead go.
Yeah. We should at least try to help them, you're right.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, if you can figure out how, because I sure don't know.
What's the opposite of necromancy?
No-nomancy. That we established that.
Life-omancy. I don't
Life-
know.
Necromancy is a no-nomancy.
Indeed.
Ankle romancy.
Okay, it's fine. We stay in here. We don't go out alone. No one gets.
I am
No
staying
neck
here. I'm not going
romancy,
out alone
ankle
with these things.
romancy. Neck, ankle.
Yes.
Anyone?
Yes. I'm just-
Okay. I mean, we've been walking without anything happening for 2 days now.
Yeah. So
And no, it
okay.
is it's quite boring.
I mean, I love being
Pretty bad.
underground for a while for once, but damn, that was uneventful. Aside from those spirit things.
Okay. We sleep. We eat. We kill ghosts. We maybe
I missed
get a
the
free
giant
underground
already.
fortress.
That's what that looks like.
Gross.
Yeah.
Is it just one of them or multiple?
One, but these faces move, and I'm showing them what the y'all probably saw a very brief glance of it on my screen, but it's a collar in the darkness, and the faces move and push out, and then recede back into whatever form this thing takes. I'm just doing a little take of it on my own instead of following what it actually is. Okay, so what's the plan?
Sleep.
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 Yeah.
Wake
I'm
up.
not going outside to scry when that thing is flying around.
Oh, you don't want to be friends? Sleep, get up, eat.
Can I do a thing while we have breakfast, which is also consisting of cookies, I assume, since no one has ever said anything about cookies.
It's
Just
just
been
cookies.
eating nothing but cookies.
Yeah.
No, we do eat other food.
We're gonna die from.
Diabetes.
Malnourishment and
No.
lack of
While-
vitamins.
Yeah.
Overdose.
While we just inhale our cookies, I want to tell the story of when we were just off the shore of Wildmount, and there was fog, and we saw a light glittering in the fog, and I basically tell a story about
ghost story?
one of Sid's adventures, yeah. And I would kind of like to use my inspiring leader feat to sort of it starts off really spooky, but it just kind of becomes really what do you call it, a sailor's yarn, kind of then there's a big battle, and Sid is really cool in it and does all of this crazy stuff, and at the end there's treasure and just really really amazing and really interesting, obviously. And everyone gets temporary hit points equal to 15 temporary hit points for everyone.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice.
That's super
Nice.
cool.
I know, right? And it was crazy, and by the end, Dale just threw herself on my arms. We sailed back with all of the treasure. We went partying in Wildmount for days. It was insane.
Tell us the part about eggs again. Tell me the part about eggs again. It's
Sweet Jesus.
Oh, the part where X got engaged to a ghost? It's
Yeah,
a pretty good one, yeah.
It's-
You swear you hear Eggs' voice go, I thought it was a goat, not a ghost.
Yeah, she was really disappointed when she found out the truth.
Freaking goats.
That
Fucking
was an awkward wedding night. For both of them, I imagine.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
They
my
both
god.
filed for divorce the next day. It was very awkward.
Secret's face. was
I looked away
so
for 1
good.
second. I was like, I didn't pay attention, and
I'm
Oh,
surprised they
shit.
waited until the next day.
Oh my god. Oh.
I do.
Oh. Anyways.
You know what? After 2 days in a dark hole, I think we needed that.
Yep.
Alright. Very nice.
Good story. Good story.
Brava.
Yeah. So 15 temporary hit points, including myself, and for everyone,
Awesome.
because I can do it to up to 6 people. You know what? I'll do it to Pokey too.
Yeah, we never really,
Yeah.
never really established Pokey as like a battle monkey, so that's good though. Just in case.
Just in case, cause why
Just in
not?
case. I don't want it to turn into like Jester's ferret, but you know, it's
Pokey is used to stuff. Shell is very comfortable to hang out
that's true.
I mean, he's probably got more temporary HP than regular HP now.
That's
Yeah.
Yep.
king of the monkeys.
Basically a capuchin, so yeah. Okay. So
No, I don't want to say we put the priest at the front because there were ghosts, but I feel like we put the priest at the front because there were ghosts.
Oh, put the priest at the
I mean,
Fair enough.
all right, I'll switch you back, and you guys can maneuver yourselves as you will. This, when you go back around the corner, it's unchanged. Water's still moving at a good clip. The collar is gone. Nothing seems to have changed. Nothing's moved
Except the water.
except the water. Yep, and the little bit of crystals that Ulrin broke off. That are now slowly starting to regrow back. You see a couple little like nubs.
I didn't touch anything. Oh,
You didn't break anything. Gotcha. So yeah, go ahead and move yourselves as you will.
Sid is just gonna stay real close to Ulrin, like almost like completely scooch up behind him. Like he knows to stay close to the priest.
You can't get me over there.
Sid can fly and teleport like 60 feet every round.
Yes.
Like
True.
she will follow you to the ends of the earth.
Pretty badass. When you round the corner, you do see that there are a set of double doors here. Wooden, partially kind of almost collapsed in. They look broken in the middle a little bit just from age. They look water warped. Part of the wood almost looks pulpy at this point.
Yeah.
Not a sound other than the water and your footsteps.
Can I check the door?
For what?
Is it locked?
It's you could basically push it in.
Okay.
It's
I'll push it in.
so warped. Okay, yeah, you can go in. Yep, that. Okay. Yeah, you actually see a storeroom. It looks like of some kind. A storeroom in what was a dining hall, maybe. At one point or another. I'm just trying to get the thing to work with
How
me
many
here.
cheese wheels are there?
All of the cheese wheels. All the cheese
But
wheels.
none of them are edible anymore.
Dang it.
All the cheese wheels. So there are two doors off of this room.
I mean,
Take this for what it is. The braziers are not burning in here. That's just part of the map. I can't really do much about that. There are a couple of chests in here that are definitely not locked. They also look in bad shape. Water damage. Yeah, the tables are water damaged. More stone tile here. Very nice stone dwarven craftsmanship.
Can I look at the wall and see like how high the water level got? Like where?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like, you know, like where at? Like if it completely flooded this building, like all the way to the top, or if it only went to like, I don't know, 5 feet or 10 feet.
I would say make a nature check.
There, I extinguished the braziers for you.
There we go. Thank you.
Oh, there's one more.
Yep. Oh, don't. Oh God, there's one lit. Ah.
7.
7. It flooded. It flooded at
But
one
there's
point.
no like, there's no clear mark. Like,
There we go.
Because normally when there's like flood, there's a
Right,
mark.
but with a 7, water has been through here a few times. You can tell that much. There's moss and algae growing on the walls.
Holy shit.
It's yeah, it's definitely been flooded at one point or another, at least 2 or 3 times. And from the way the water is moving outside, it's not hard to imagine that maybe something on the surface, you know, ice on the mountain melting. It could be a number of sources. that would have caused that to happen. So there are 2 doors off of this room. I really wish we had a corner tool or something. That would be nice.
For real?
Yeah, it's really annoying. So one here,
For real.
one there that you can see.
Let's open this one.
Okay, you can do that. The door is in better condition than the front door, but still not great.
Are we just kicking it in, Volker? Just you and me.
Yeah, no door can resist us. We're not that other group of adventurers.
Shame on them.
This is not our first rodeo.
Also
What's
true.
in the chests?
It's not our first door rodeo.
Did you go look?
Yeah, I'm gonna look in these chests
Sure.
and see.
Cheese wheels.
Rat droppings.
No way.
Some mushrooms growing out of the bottom of one.
Oh god.
And a couple gold pieces.
Oh,
Just
okay.
whatever didn't get washed away.
With mold on them.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's nasty. It's pretty nasty.
Okay.
This is another room. You actually these stairs don't go to another. They go up to what looks like another section, a small section, like a small rise. It's not a full story. It's almost like when you have a split level in a house. You just kind of step up or down a little bit. Yeah, it does that. It steps up into a room that I can give you a little bit more of there. And you do see an old ballista.
Oh my.
Yikes, I bet that's warped.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is unusable. There's a crate
All
in here
rusted and
that's
stuff.
broken down, and there's a this chest is actually in extremely good shape. It is filigreed with iron and steel markings. There are rubies and emeralds placed into the front of it, and it is quite large and looks undamaged.
It's not rusted or anything?
Nope.
Wow. It might be a magic chest.
Suspicious.
It's a mimic.
Words right
Roll
off my mouth.
initiative.
Dragon man.
It's very pretty, Sid. I will add that.
Yeah. Sid is pretty torn. She does not trust this place, but it's treasure, so two natural instincts are fighting within her.
That's fair.
Okay, right. Everybody take a good pace back. I've got the crowbar. Let's just, if something goes wrong, okay, we all clear. And then he just jams the crowbar. He's like trying to.
Okay. You don't have to use too much force to get this off. You don't need to make a check for it. The lids pops open, and the chest is empty.
What the hell?
Check for a fake bottom.
Just like pokes in it with the crowbar. Like.
Ting, ting, ting. It is lead-lined, interestingly enough.
Huh.
I think it's for keeping something in, not.
There
not keeping
was
us
a
out.
cool thing in there.
Wait, didn't they say the gift was corrupted? If something was corrupted, you'd put it in a box where it wouldn't leak, right?
You don't think that's where these other dwarves found their thing, do you?
Ooh, but the door was closed when we got it. But there
Oh,
could be
right.
other doors. There could be other. That's not a. It's a solid thought. I mean, I kind of wish we had more space in the bag. I feel like a lead-lined box would be pretty useful considering some of the things we acquire.
Yeah.
Go on.
Find. Are accosted by.
All accurate.
Yeah.
Right, well, maybe we do a lap and that we'll think about it, right? Because, I mean, it's got rubies in. That seems pretty... I just feel like it might be useful. It's just like... He, like, gives it a lift, like, trying to work out how heavy
It
is.
is extraordinarily heavy.
Oh, God.
You cannot
Oh, there.
but lift one corner of this, Naraxis.
No.
There are gemstones on the chest.
Can I lift it?
Hey, man.
Do you want to
Hey,
pick
man.
it up? Or
Yeah, just to check.
just to
Check
check?
the weight.
Yeah, Volkar, you have a little bit easier with your strength score. You have a little bit easier time, but it still would take 2 people to lift this thing.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, no, that's thing right here.
Yeah, that's. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Maybe if we find anything bad and we can't take it with us, we just chuck it in here, shut it back up again, and dump it in the water.
Good. What did you want to do, Sid? I'm sorry.
Sorry, are there like gemstones in the chest, like within the?
They're inlaid.
chest?
Yeah.
Inlaid.
Mhm.
Okay. Poki's gonna like try to pry them off.
Okay. He can't. It's like he gets his dagger in there, like he's trying to pop him out, and he looks frustrated.
I feel you, buddy.
Okay. 2 doors off this room, both also in not great condition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
That
to try
one?
this door.
Okay. It takes a little more effort to push your way in. This was clearly where whoever was stationed here or used this building. Several
beds.
empty beds, and you do notice, I don't have the tokens for them, but these 3 along the wall here, mostly because I didn't want to alarm you all, have bodies on them.
Nice.
I didn't want to just like lay bones there because it's not fully accurate. They're bodies. They look gray skin, pallor, death pallor, desiccated. But they're wearing, one is wearing very nice, almost like priest's robes. And the other 2 look bad.
But they're not skeletons.
They're not skeletons. Yeah, the skin is hanging off.
Any, like, iconography we recognize on the priest?
Anyone who wants to try to guess can roll a religion check. And see. You don't see anything in the immediate, or if someone wants to go over and investigate, you can rummage. It's up to you.
23.
23 religion, okay.
Oh, 19.
Oh, nice! Naraxis, very nice. 16, okay. Orin, you don't see any visible symbols, iconography. The make of the clothing is a little fancier than for a standard cleric. There's a proper it was probably maybe blue or gray. It's gone black with age and just water and everything else. It looks like there was gold thread through some of it. You can see a little like fraying thread, but you can't tell a pattern. It just looks decorative. There is a half-worn cape on the body that was probably a dark red color at one point, but you don't see any visible symbols. I was going to put bones there, and I was like, they're going to freak out and think that's just bones. No, they're bodies, and then I don't have good body tokens, so there you go. But they're back there. They're back there. We're using our imaginations.
Bones over creepy flesh hanging
No
off
worries.
of them.
Okay, Alrin will be right back.
Corpses.
The other 2
It's true.
look bad. They look really like they should have been in the ground, and maybe they wouldn't have decayed so much, or at a slower pace.
I wonder, Sid, with Sid being a sailor, could she tell if they drowned?
Oh,
That's the
that's a
cost of
very good question. Yeah, go ahead and make you're proficient in survival, yes?
Yes.
Are you proficient in nature?
Pretty sure no.
I either let you do survival with your proficiency since you have it, or do nature with advantage. Your choice.
I'll do survival.
Okay.
Oh, nice. That's a 24.
24. These bodies do not look like they've drowned. There are telltale signs. There's bloating that happens. They do not seem to have that at all. The pallor of the skin seems to be actually... You're like, oh, maybe that's decay. Maybe no, wait, that looks like their skin color. They're kind of a weird pale gray, And now that you're looking at the one body, the priest-looking body is in the middle, and the other two on either side are the more desiccated ones. This body in particular, you see the hand is hanging down, and there are very long nails on the end of it.
This person did not keep up their hygiene at all. Disgusting. I would not tolerate that on my ship. Just saying. They also did not drown, by the way. I've seen drowned bodies before. They're nasty. I mean, these are nasty too, but if they would have drowned, they would look a lot nastier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, if they would have drowned, they wouldn't be on their beds. I assume.
Oh.
Fair. I mean, someone might have put them there.
I thought the waterlogged furniture was kind of like, there might have been water in here.
Is the super long fingernails on both hands on everyone, or
on the are you gonna maneuver around to try to take a look, or because the one body towards the back wall is blocked, you can't really see much right now. Okay. So as you walk in front of all three of the beds, the cleric looking figure, and these are humanoid size, they're human sized for sure.
Okay, not dwarf.
Not dwarven, yeah. The two bodies that are much more desiccated, they both have those long looking, like long hooked almost fingernails on them. Their clothes are tattered and worn compared to the priest in the middle, whose clothes are a lot better.
Are they more claw-like, or just the fingernails have grown and never been?
They look. I'm going to use a word that I think will help. They look ghoulish.
Oh.
And you guys have dealt with ghouls before.
Yeah. So it's not like they've been lying there and their fingernails have grown for days and days and days and weeks until they died.
No, that would be weird.
That would be super weird, but it could have been some kind of poison killing them super slow or something. Coma, yeah.
Yeesh.
I'm gonna poke one of them.
Okay, which one?
The one
that one, closest to everyone?
This one.
Okay.
Yeah. Gonna poke the foot.
With
my finger, I guess.
Okay, I'm just checking. I'm just making sure I get this right. Okay. So its right leg is limp off the side, and you poke it, and the minute you do, it sits up and comes flying at you.
Yeah. I absolutely expected that.
So I will now give you what these cute little guys look like. Here.
They look like ghouls.
They look like ghasts, yeah.
Oh, ghast, oh.
And this one in the middle looks a little different, and we're gonna roll initiative. It is gonna swipe at you. So I tell you what, let's give Ulrin a minute. So everyone go ahead and roll initiative. We're gonna take like a 5-minute break. So you guys all roll initiative while that's happening. So we'll give Ulrin a chance to come back.
Ooh.
Let's fight some dudes.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah. Like I said, I completely expected
that.
that.
Totally, yeah.
Some like poke.
Yeah. It is gonna claw at you real quick. That's a dirty 20 to hit you, Volkar.
Oh, yeah, that is.
It's okay. I couldn't remember. Okay.
That's an especially dirty 20.
It's a super dirty 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Old and dirty and...
Good grief. Okay. And I need you to make a Constitution save, please.
Of course, of course. Oh, the 18 was so close.
What does that come out to?
That's a 9. I rolled a 2.
Shit. Okay. Jesus, on a fucking surprise round. We're not even initiative yet. You are paralyzed. You're paralyzed for a minute. You can repeat your save at the end of your turn, which you'll be first potentially. So you're going to take 13 points of piercing.
Ow.
Plus 15 points of poison.
Ow.
And I think you're resistant, right, as a dwarf?
Yeah, but
so
still...
make that 7. So
all those temporary hit points
just
already
went
gone.
bamf. Okay, Ulrin's back. All right. Hey, Ulrin, we're rolling initiative now.
Oh, yay.
No worries. Cats were catting. No worries.
I poked one of the corpses, and turns out they're cats.
It did not like that.
They did not like that at all.
4.
Okay, and oof, not great.
I'm not in the turn order.
You can add yourself, or I can add you.
Oh.
There you go.
How do you add your...
I added you.
I was gonna ask, how do you add yourself?
I'm not there either.
I hit it. There it goes.
Eh.
I gotta get the right number in here. They're gonna act on the same turn. Why did that not stick? There we go. And math. Okay.
Wait a minute. I also had advantage on that save.
Did you?
Yeah.
The con save?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll it again.
Against poison, right?
No. Oh no, it is. Sorry. Yes, you're right. Because it's a paralytic. So yeah, make it again.
It's still poison. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I had to read. That's better. That's much better. You're okay. You're almost, and then you fought against it. Okay.
So I take like 1/4 of the poison damage and not paralyzed. Is that what it?
No, you still take the half poison because you're just resistant. The paralytic
I'm resistant, but
right.
I also saved.
Right, but the save is only against the paralytic.
Oh, okay, not against the damage. That's
not
cool.
against the damage, yeah.
I'm still not paralyzed. So
you're not paralyzed, so that's good because you're face to face with this bad boy. So we're gonna go ahead and do initiative, and we've got the turn order there, and I need to find my freaking battle music somewhere. I don't know where it's at. It's in here somewhere. Okay, so Volkar, go for it.
We were not taking a little break.
We can if you need to. I was only gonna.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, I think unless everyone good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Unless the cats do some other crazy fucking.
Oh, it's okay.
I heard a loud crash, and I'm like, that's
God.
not normal.
That's fair. That's about right.
Hopefully, I don't die.
If we're good, okay. Jesus. Okay, Volkar. Yeah, you're face to face. The two of them on either ends are definitely ghoul or ghast-looking creatures. The one in the middle seems to be, and they all sat up when you did that, too.
Yeah. Yep. They all coordinated.
Yeah, a little creepy.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna grab my Saz. And just doing that is gonna help my AC a bit.
Nice.
I'm gonna... Does this guy here, would he get an opportunity attack if I move there? Probably.
Where were you?
Or is he still...
Exactly.
I was here.
I'm gonna say that...
I think he would, but I don't know.
No,
if he was sitting in the bed.
The thing is, it was sitting, so no.
Yeah, okay.
If they'd been standing, yes, but
okay.
They can't quite reach you.
Well then, sounds like a good time for a thunder wave.
Oh boy. Okay.
You know, while no one else is in the range.
Probably a good idea. Okay.
Let's see. Because that was a nasty clawing and I didn't like that at all, I'm gonna go ahead and cast it at 4th level.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
You don't scratch a dwarf. That is not cool.
Con save.
So save DC is 17.
17. Okay. So we'll do the ghasts first. Here.
So 2 at level 1, 2.
Okay. I'm just making
5 D8s.
Sure. Okay. That is on the ghasts. The one in front of you, it's a natural 19 plus 3, so 22.
Oh, okay, he's good, he's good.
The one in the middle is that's a fail with a 14. And the other one is a 19 total.
Okay.
So the one in the middle definitely failed.
Well, the one in the middle is gonna go slam against the one in the left, I guess. Because he's being pushed back and taking 23 thunder.
Ouch,
and the other two are gonna take half of that, I guess.
Flies that way. Okay.
Which would be 11.
Okay. 11. Got it, got it. Okay, so with that thunderclap that goes off,
Yep.
the two manage to kind of dig into the bed, but the cleric-looking or priest-looking figure goes flying and smacks into the wall and goes prone.
Yep, he does.
So we'll mark that prone there. Okay. Anything else, Volkar?
Oh, I'm gonna inspire. Oh, I'm gonna inspire the captain. I'm gonna tell the captain to bring more of the thunder. Kind of share an affinity.
Yeah, really.
We do.
Awesome. Okay,
I mean, mine is purely by choice, but captain is a real affinity.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a D10 inspiration.
Woohoo! Take your D10.
Yep. Much obliged.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do the little thunderstruck riff.
Nice. Yay, Volgar! I'm so glad you're here. Yay!
Yeah.
Awesome!
Yeah.
So
So it
the
gives you a cheeky wink.
I feel like you two together would be trouble. That'd be funny. The priest goes flying, the gas stay put, and Volkar ends his turn, and Sid is next.
Nice. How hurt does the priest look? Any visible?
I mean
probably pretty hurt.
well,
so they look like shit in the first place.
They look bad in the
He's
first
been
place, but
thunderstruck.
you do see the eyes, now that they're open, they are bright red. And the teeth are fanged. And this thing, it wasn't thrilled about getting thrown into a wall, but you've only just begun, so.
Okay. I look at the priest one and say, I think you should go back to sleep. And then I turn around and focus on the brazier that's here, and I cast catapult on it and just with it. the priest one, and I cast it as a level 4.
Oh my
no
god.
belt buckle.
The belt buckle was so good.
I love that part.
It was so good. All right.
The belt buckle part should go in the anniversary.
Oh,
thing.
for sure, for sure. Give me that spell, Julia, if you can.
Yeah. So the object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet, and just smacks the thing in the face.
Okay.
It has to make a dexterity saving throw
Dex
against
save.
DC 16.
Okay. That's a 17.
17, it succeeds, but wait, it says if the object would strike a creature. On a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. In either case, both the object and the creature or solid surface take 3d8 bludgeoning damage, which is increased. Wait, does this mean even on a successful save, it takes damage?
Can you throw that spell into the chat, please?
I guess you miss it, but it keeps going and just hits the...
That makes sense.
How do I throw a spell into that? I don't know how to do that.
Oh, you can click the...
Yeah, but it's one of those that I don't think is in the compendium. So
It's in the Xanatar.
yeah, that's
It's called
why.
catapult.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
thank you.
Fly in a straight line.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
Ba-ba-dee-ba-dee-ba-ba-ba.
On a failsafe, the object strikes the target and stops moving. In either case, both the object and the creature take 3d8 bludgeoning.
Right, on a failed save. So they basically, this, if I'm reading that right, she just dodged out of the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no on a
Smash the
successful.
wall for
It hits the
3d8.
yeah.
Wait,
So
wait.
If the object would
Wait, I have a
strike a
thing
creature,
I have a thing that I constantly forget to do.
what?
Wait. When you cast a spell that forces a creature to make a saving throw. Okay, I would like to use my Meta Magic Heightened spell. When you cast a spell that forces a creature to make a saving throw to resist its effect, you can spend 3 sorcery points to give one target disadvantage on its first.
got it.
And I would like to do that.
Okay.
Because I always forget about my Meta Magic stuff.
I rolled higher, so I rolled a
Damn.
15 and an 18. So
Oh.
so yeah, it does a decent chunk, takes a chunk out of the wall. And the brazier goes flying, crashes into the wall. You see the wall crack in place, and a piece of the stone comes out, but it just falls harmlessly to the ground because she rolled out of the way and onto the bed, kind of over here. So
That's weird.
Yeah.
The text from the Roll20 is different than that in the book.
is it?
Yeah. In the book it says if the object would strike a creature, that creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the object strikes the target and stop moving. When the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes each take 3d8 bludgeoning damage. It's a lot
Actually,
more
the-
Oh
clear.
The
yeah.
object
Okay.
gets shattered.
Gotcha.
Jesus.
Well, the brazier's definitely broken at this point, and
Oh yeah.
the
Okay.
wall is cracked.
Broke a brazier.
Okay, so you broke a brazier, but not her face. You have
Yes.
movement, and you have a bonus action.
You're a slippery little bugger. Yeah, I do. I don't have really any bonus action material, so I think I'll just stay put.
Okay, so Sid's gonna stay put. Alicia, you're next.
Not quite knowing what to do. I'm gonna throw a fire bolt towards the one.
Okay.
Roll. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20? Yeah, that'll hit.
That's 8 points of fire damage.
8 points of fire damage. Okay.
Yep.
Do you want to move? You have a
I'm
bonus.
gonna move behind Ulrin and
Everyone's just cowering behind
Meat shield.
Ulrich.
Yeah.
and that's my turn.
Okay. This creature, we're gonna call her the priestess, gets up, half movement, and turns. Let me see if she. Well, you did just fire a firebolt. Yep. Turns to Alicia and makes this odd guttural noise in a language you absolutely do not understand.
No.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you feel the oxygen being pulled from your lungs.
Okay.
Not the oxygen, she needs that.
Hey, I need those. You.
Yeah, don't we all?
Con save.
9.
That's a fail. Okay. Okay, so
See,
you're gonna
if you don't
take.
know-
You are all resistant to necrotic, so you're gonna take half of this damage. Thank goodness for that, right?
Oh, I'm not.
You're not,
You're
but
not.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
I am.
take 7 points of necrotic damage. You have disadvantage on attacks, checks, and saves. And you can make your save again at the end of your next turn. But you are suffocating right now. And you're going to
Damn.
take continuous
Fuck.
damage until that spell ends. So you guys all turn and you see Elysia suddenly grab at her throat and makes this horrible choking, rasping noise.
That's not good.
It's not good, no. And then she is going to, as a bonus action, you see a shimmering shield almost appear in front of this creature. And then she's going to move back here, her half movement. Okay, Neuraxis. This creature, again, I will absolutely say you do not recognize the language she's speaking. As a point of order.
Okay, but I saw it cast a spell on Elysia, and now she is suffocating.
Yes.
Not good. I forget. Can we go through friendly squares, or do we need to?
You can get past your friends, unless we were in a tighter space. That might be an issue, like a tight tunnel or a stairway. But you have enough. You can maneuver around them.
Yep. Choo-choo! You shouldn't have touched the gnome.
Sorry about it. Okay.
Right. What to do?
Ooh, thank you for following, new person.
Ooh, yay! Thank you, whoever that is.
What's up? What's up?
Gobi's
Gobi's
Corner.
Corner. What's up, Gobi's Corner?
Hi.
I just got the little ding. Sorry about that. I just got the notification. What's up? Okay, Neuraxis is going to beat somebody's face in.
Fingers crossed.
Welcome. We're fighting things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's get the big smashy, please.
Not that thing.
Big
23 to hit.
Mashy.
Shoot! Yeah, that hits.
Bingo. So, yep, that has done it. That's 23 magical slashing.
Hachi machi. Alrighty. Nice.
Yum.
Okay.
And for my second attack, let's do the same thing again, hopefully.
I love higher level parties.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Second attack
okay.
is a miss.
Okay, it's a good thing it wasn't a 1. Yeah, it's a miss with a... And don't forget, guys, they can't see your numbers on the side, so please make sure you call it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a 6, that ain't gonna hit. She dodges out of the way. She took the first hit square in the chest, and when you hit her, what you thought... I mean, she has cloth on, but you heard the distinct sound of plate armor underneath. So she is armored, and she... just back at you.
Excuse me?
You take offense to that.
Sorry, what?
Okay. Neuraxis?
Yeah, I didn't kill anything, so...
Nope.
Nope,
Sadly, no.
no.
Not with 23 points of damage, you're not.
No.
Okay, end of your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. The
That's
ghast...
just
Yeah.
That's the same amount I thunder waved at her.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh.
The exact same.
Holy
I just
shit.
noticed.
All right.
Jesus.
23s. What's going on? The ghasts are going to move now. The one in front of you, Volkar, is going to lay into you. This one is going to come up and lay into Ulrin. They have a multi-attack, so...
They don't like dwarves, I see.
we'll resolve... They kind of don't. One at a time here.
Racist.
That is a dirty 20 on the... It actually brings its head down and tries to bite at you, Volkar.
Ow!
Okay. So that
I
hits.
disagree.
The 2 claw attacks are a fail on the first. What's your armor?
19.
Yeah, 15 on that one. The second one is a 27.
Good. God damn!
So the bite hurts, but you don't have to make a save on that.
Okay.
And you will have to make another con save on the 1 claw hit.
How much does it all hurt?
So the bite is 9 piercing
Okay.
and 4 poison, so 2 for you.
Yep.
And then if you'll make that con save, I'll give you the claw. Wrong dice. There we go. That's better.
That's gonna be a 23.
That'll definitely save. You're pretty much like, okay, I know what's coming this time, and you don't get paralyzed. And then the claw is another 9 points of slashing.
Ow.
And 4 poison.
That is the half.
Yeah, that's half.
Ow.
Okay.
Still painful.
Still hurts, yeah, for sure. There's these long hooked claws and these fangs dripping with some kind of viscous fluid coming at you and gets 2 purchases on you. Ulrin, same thing. It's a bite and 2 claws. What's your armor?
21.
Okay, that's a 15 on the bite, so that's a fail. First claw is a 14, and the second claw is a 22. So I need you to make 1 Constitution saving throw, please, against the paralytic in its claws.
18.
18 will save. So on the claw, that is 8 slashing and 5 poison rounded down to 2 since you're also resistant. These things just snarl and growl and moan and try to grab at you and bite into your neck. Anywhere it can render flesh, and its teeth and claws seem to be perfect for that kind of... And it got gangly, long, awful arms it's trying to grab you with. It's horrible. And back in the corner, she is just... this horrible guttural language. Ulrin, your turn.
Yay!
Undead are your favorite terrain.
I was gonna say, I feel like I know what's coming, but...
Undead are my favorite terrain. But I feel like these are higher level undead, so I won't be able to destroy them. But
that's fair.
I could still destroy them. 22.
Okay, so
Period.
you're attacking?
Yeah.
Okay, on the one right in front of you?
Yeah.
Yes, that will hit.
That one. 8 bludgeoning and 9 fire.
Oof, okay.
And then he also takes... Where's that? Ah, Divine Strike, yes. 1 extra fire damage.
Okay, 1 extra fire, got it.
And as a bonus action, I would like to drop the anvil
Okay.
on this bad bitch in the corner. And it's a 25 to hit.
Bam! Oh, jeez. Yeah, that'll definitely hit. Let me give you your anvil there. I'll put him off to the side just a
11
little
force damage.
11 force damage on the priestess. She's wearing some kind of thorned, awful-looking crown. She looks ugly and bad. Okay, 11 force. Okay, yeah, not immune to that, so... Alright. Had to check. Sometimes they're immune to things. That's Ulrin's turn. We're back at the top of the order then, and it is Volkar's turn.
Ooh, okay. Well, again, that thing hurt me, and I'm getting angrier and angrier. But I'm not a barbarian, so I can't rage about it.
You just get really red in the face.
What I can do is be like, stop, hammer time, boink, and I hit the ground with my sass at full 20 strain.
Jeez.
But what I do by hitting the ground is casting this lovely spell.
Oh my god.
Wave.
Oh.
So as I hit the ground, there's like destructive waves
Oh my God.
rippling from me all over the room, but it only hurts the bad guys. Like the rest of you friendlies, the waves just go through you without doing anything. But the
It's
bad
just a
guys,
pleasant vibration.
yeah, just a pleasant musical vibration. But the bad guys, the bad guys that are the creature that I choose within 30 feet, yeah, con save.
Okay.
spell save is 17 again.
17. The ghast in front of you rolled a 16.
Oh, that's sad.
The ghast in front of Ulrin rolled a 22.
Oh, okay.
And the priestess rolled a 10.
Oh.
So
Well, damn.
Two of them go prone.
And that's gonna be 16 thunder damage.
Okay.
And 12 radiant damage.
Jeez. Alright. So 28 altogether. Half on a
unless
save.
they take more from radiant or something. But yeah, probably not.
They do not.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then half on a save. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that I had
So
that right.
8 and 6 for the one that saved,
Okay.
and the one that saved is not prone, but the other two are.
Got it. Perfect. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Yeah, the two go prone. You see the priestess just get knocked again. She's been hitting some walls here lately. Volkar's just been slamming her into stuff. So she goes prone. The ghast in front of you, they don't get pushed. They just go prone, right?
Yeah, they're just prone.
Okay, so
this is not that pushing.
Flat on his back. The ghast in front of Ulrin digs his clawed feet into the ground and growls right in your face, Ulrin. It smells awful. Okay. It's a lot of damage, and the ground is now full of like little pebbles that came off of the walls, and the beds have been kind of moved a little bit.
That thing that's affecting Elysia, does she have to save again?
Nope.
That was a one-time
She has
thing?
to save
Okay.
on her turn. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, she
Yeah,
is gonna have to save again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna inspire her then.
Okay.
I'm gonna inspire her to breathe.
Bring in the zen.
Breathe in the music.
Okay. Nice.
Because, I mean, that's all she's gonna roll. So.
Yeah, nice.
It's like a high liquid
yeah.
base. You just
Yeah, because you
hit her with
can't
shit.
talk. I mean, you can move, but you can't do much else there. So, but let's talk about Sid. What does Sid want to do? Elijah is standing beside you going,
I mean, I don't have anything to help with that. I'm sorry. I'm guessing like the best way to help her would be to kill the thing that did that to her. So I'll attempt that.
Probably.
Move down here, and are those two now like in? They should be like in a straight line from me now, right?
Yep.
The other group.
Yep.
So then I'll cast what's it called, lightning bolt on them.
Oh shit! All right.
So I'll cast it. So it's a dexterity saving throw for both of them.
Dex save. Got it.
Does she have any kind of disadvantage on dex save when she's prone? Does that affect?
Yeah, I mean, she is gonna have to try to roll out of the way, so that's gonna be interesting.
I mean, there's very little rolling space where she is. There's like a bed and a chest.
And an anvil, and yeah, she's in trouble.
All kinds of shit.
And she definitely rolled a 10. So let's just be real. Oh, and he rolled a 9. So yeah.
Oh god.
Yes. So they both take 10d6 lightning damage.
Jesus Christ.
Our magic is too strong for them.
Let's see. What do I do for this? 10
Wow.
d6.
Okay. Oh, he had some ones in there.
That's a great roll. Can I?
Yeah.
It's such a pain in the butt to do it with like roll, but a powered spell,
Okay.
which means if I spend one sorcery point, I can reroll a number of the damage dice up to a charisma modifier, which would be 4. It's just I don't know how to do that with.
Just roll 4d6.
Okay, if I like reroll the right, I would reroll the 4 ones that I have.
Yeah,
Right.
So
obviously.
minus 4, so it would be 22, and then roll 4d6
Right.
and add that to a 22.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
That is
There you
a
go.
lot
That's much
better.
better.
Wow,
That's
she went from
So that's 40
That's
now?
4 to
40 points
18. Jesus. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's 40
Damn.
point of lightning damage,
Ooh.
and Cause where's my
Sorcery
thingy?
for the win.
When you start, this eruption causes creatures that you can see within. Yeah, this eruption causes creatures of your choice that you can see within 10 feet of you to take lightning or thunder damage. So who's within 10 feet of me? This dude. This dude also. So the two ghouls also take 5 additional points of lightning damage.
Got it.
Jeez.
Yes.
So this dude actually takes 45 points of lightning damage.
Oh my god, Sid.
Ooh.
Jesus. The lightning just arcs out of Sid's hands, and you watch the two in a straight line over, and the one right in front of you just lights up like a Christmas tree. Just.
I like to imagine it's quite volatile in this small room. Like Ulrin, like it just zaps right past your beard, and there's just lightning arcing like crazy. But for some reason, it's not hitting any other members of the party. But it's just like jumping around like crazy.
Yeah, and I like how it's coming from right behind Volcar.
Yeah.
Oh
I like to
yeah.
think it like arcs over Volca at a really like close angle and just zaps the one in front of you.
Hell yeah. One little errant lightning bolt just lights him up a little bit. She actually is going to, because she has plate on, so that's fun. Yeah, she's going to have disadvantage for her turn.
As a Sith.
Yeah. They are crispy at this point. Oh my god. That was a lot of damage.
Do not mess with the thunder turtle.
Thunder turtle away. All right, so that was a lot. They look hurt at this point. All right, Elysia, you're gonna take some more necrotic, so you'll take half of whatever I roll.
I'm gonna assume she has no concentration check or something on the spell on Elijah.
Nope, it's just a continual for a certain number of rounds. You're gonna take 4 points of necrotic because you're resistant, down from 8. And then you can make that Constitution save again to try to shake this off.
With an extra D10.
There you go.
Question.
Yeah.
If I portent, how will that affect?
The portent roll?
Yep.
I mean...
Well, it's just normal portent roll, I assume.
Yeah, you would just be able to say, I use it for this.
But would I have to roll once because I have...
Yeah, you'd end up taking the worst of...
Yeah, so you have disadvantage on the save.
Then you could bump the lowest one up.
Oh yeah.
That's
You'd
true.
still have to
yeah.
you'd still have to take the lowest, but it wouldn't necessarily be as low because you could.
Yeah, it's a weird stacking thing.
I would say don't waste the portent because you do have an extra D10 to add to the lowest anyway.
Yeah. So it's your call. But I would have you, no matter what, I would have you roll it. Yeah, roll it at disadvantage. Add your con save modifier, and then if you want to add inspiration.
Volcar, what was the dice? 10?
But that
10?
Yeah, 10. D12 isn't until 15th levels.
Yeah.
That's far away.
I rolled a 9, so I need to use the... math. 17.
That will save. So you shake off the thank goodness for Volcar's inspiration.
You breathe in the music.
Yep. You suddenly feel the grip of the spell
and the oxygen
release from your lungs, and you can cough and shake it off a little bit, but you're no longer under the effects of that spell. But that eats your entire turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
Not suffocating takes a whole 6 seconds.
right, yeah.
That's fine by me. I would love to have that power.
An entire 6 seconds.
Oh my gosh. The priestess is next, and she sees Ulrin, and Ulrin, I need you to make a charisma save.
A charisma save?
Mm-hmm.
Does it look like, can I try to counterspell that? Whatever it is.
You can, yeah. You've seen Elysia do it or no, you've seen Neuraxis do it just very recently. She's in her own language.
Yeah, do I recognize the spell?
I would have you make an Arcana check because I don't think you can cast it.
Sure, I'll try Arcana, even though I'm pretty bad at that. I mean, I will still counterspell it even if I don't recognize it, but...
Okay.
Just for fun.
It's an 8, so like...
Okay, so no, you're not... Yeah, you can counterspell it, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm going to counterspell it...
I hate this spell because it's like meta.
Wait, what spell?
Counterspell is very meta.
How is it meta?
I mean, because they basically can go, I just cast it at a higher level, and it can burn it.
Well, yeah.
Depending on...
Yeah, it kind of relies on you not recognizing.
Yeah, that's why I made her roll for that.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll cast it at level 5, why not?
Okay. So, if casting at a spell 4th level or higher, you have to make an ability check using your spell casting. So, this is going to be a DC 14. So, you need to make a spell casting roll, a D20 plus your spell casting modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, like, I'm getting this right with counterspell. It's like, so the spell she cast is higher than 5th level. Is that how it works? What is the advantage of casting counterspell at a higher level?
It auto
it
counters.
makes it so you don't need to roll.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Only on.
Because like default is like what, 3rd level?
Yeah, default is 3rd level.
Oh, okay.
So if the spell that you're trying to counter is above 3, you need to roll. But if you cast it at 5th level, then if the spell you try to counter is above 5, then you need to roll.
Yeah,
basically just makes it less likely that you need to roll.
Yeah. No, and I read that. I always get this one wrong. So if you're casting it at 5th level, her spell just fizzles.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I was just shaking because I was wondering if it was high.
You're fine.
Okay, cool.
No, it's always good to read it just to make sure, because I usually get it wrong as well, and I fully acknowledge that.
No worries.
So,
Indeed, famous for being clear and simple.
Yeah. So her spell she gets cut off mid-sentence, and you throw counterspell at her. That does eat your reaction this round. Just
I'm saying, no touching the DJ.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's gonna mix all my songs.
He's my cleric. He's my cleric buddy. He's my drunk religious talk buddy.
Drunk religious talk buddy. It's true though.
Wait, does Ulrich take your confession when we're not here? Is that what's going on?
Oh my god! I would pay to see
Sid
that.
Would have, if Sid would have stuff to confess for, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Sid's concern is clear.
Okay. That eats her turn. She's not gonna move and risk.
I mean, everything Sid does is excused by being a pirate, right? Nothing to confess.
Pirate's code. Okay, Neuraxis, your turn. She decided to stay put and face off with you.
You have chosen poorly.
I mean, trying to get away and hitting an opportunity attack would have been a bad decision too.
That would also suck, that's true. Let's give it the Great Weapon Master again.
Oh boy.
Ooh, that's not great. 11, 15.
15 will miss, unfortunately.
Alright, let's go again.
Yeah, plate armor.
Ooh, that's way better. 22 total.
That'll hit.
Excellent. Good dice. 12. 9 plus 14. 23.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't have any bonus action. Nope, so that's it. This is on the first swing and then just catches her with the return.
Got it. First swing goes wide, and then you hit her square in the ribs on the second one. She's been lit up. She's been hit a couple of times. She looks hurt for sure. but she's still standing.
electrocuted.
She's been electrocuted. She's been knocked prone twice.
Yeah, it's just right in her face. Like nobody
She's been
touches the
slammed
bone.
into some walls.
Yep, there's just bad. There's an anvil near her. It's just bad all around. Okay, end of Norax's turn. The ghasts are gonna go, and they're gonna do the exact same thing they did last time. So 3 attacks on Volkar.
Some days you just should stay in bed.
Yeah, really.
This is one of those days.
Literally. That ghast has to stand up to do that. And you having fun there, Olrin?
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, it's all good.
I thought that was hidden from others.
Volkar, bite is a 25.
Ow.
The claw is... First claw is an 18.
Okay, that misses.
Second claw is a not as good. It's a 16. Okay.
Okay,
so the
good.
Bite.
Just one bite this time.
You're going to take... Hold on. Sorry. Math. 11 piercing, and then...
Ugh.
That's cocked. 5 poison down to 2.
Ugh.
So 13 altogether.
Now let me adjust on the...
Sure. And then, so it gets just the one bite into part of your shoulder. You can feel it go through the armor. And then Ulrin, that bite is going to miss with a 10. First claw is a 26. Second claw is a 23. I need you to make a Constitution save. I need you to make 2. If you fail 1, then we'll talk.
25.
That's fine.
20.
Natural 20. You are immune now to the paralytic in their claws with a natural 20. So you don't have any problem shaking off whatever crappy poison they have coursing through their claws. It's not even an issue. But you are going to take, on the first one, I can give you the whole thing.
That's fine. And I'll just wait till you're add them all up.
Yike. 22 slashing.
Okay.
Between the two. Okay. But that is what they have their abilities to do. So then it is your turn, Alrin.
Ow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. Just hit him again.
Okay.
16 to hit.
16 just hits.
Yay. So 7 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Plus 9 fire.
Okay.
Plus the... Oh no, not Searing Smite. Divine Strike. Plus 3 fire.
Oof. Alright. That
12
hurts.
fire and 7 bludgeoning.
Okay. Yeah, he takes it right into the kind of the gut area if this thing had guts, and you just see it's bent over and growling.
The gut cavity area.
Gut cavity area, yeah. Yep.
Nice. And then with my bonus action, I'll use my spiritual weapon to hit the bad bitch in the corner.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Bad bitch in the corner.
Oh my gosh.
9 force damage.
9 force damage. Okay.
9.
9.
9.
Okay. Yep. Gets clobbered over the kind of the shoulder blades with the anvil again.
And Vid is just like boink, boink, boink.
And then I'll just shift a little bit up here in between Neuraxis and Lilith.
Okay, got it. All right, back at the top of the order then is Volkar.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little hurt. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cast good old Blade Ward. Take a round to like relax a bit,
Okay.
soak some damage if I get hit again,
Okay.
and I'm going to inspire Neuraxus so he can maybe finish off the bad bitch in the corner.
All right. So inspiration out to Neuraxis, and Blade Ward
Bad
goes
bitch in the corner.
up. All right. So Volkar's got Blade Ward up, and Neuraxis, you have a D10. Sid?
Yeah, I'm going to cast another lightning bolt. And I knew that I did it before, but it's level 3 at this point, so
Gotcha.
dexterity save.
Okay. The Gast and by Ulrin fails with a 8.
Yay.
And then she rolled a 17.
She succeeds on
Okay, so half on that, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's 8d6 lightning damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Ooh,
That's a good roll.
that is a good roll.
So the one dude takes 34, and half of that is 17.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There she just. Oh, also it ignites all flammable objects in its path. So the chest behind her and the bed is probably burning.
Oh, it's burning. Yep.
Just saying, it's probably already burning since the last lightning bolt. So
it is.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. It's
fire and smoke are now like slowly starting to fill the room. Just FYI.
Oh god, it's like a directed fireball.
Why do we always light fires?
Always.
Why?
I know.
It's
this
not
is
our fault.
thing.
Our magic is made for destroying.
This really is.
Not all of our magic.
See, it is
And it's not like there's any spell for cutting out fire. It's not like a rain spell.
Do we have
Not
a fire
all of our
extinguisher
magic,
spell?
but it's not all of our magic.
Oh, and two ghouls. Well, the two. What are they?
They're ghasts. Yeah.
The
they're
two
a
ugly
certain
dudes
type of
take once again 5 points of extra
another 5.
lightning damage.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
The
both of
one near Ulrin is looking real bad.
Woo.
Yay.
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 Okay.
That's my turn.
All right, that's Sid's turn. Lightning arcs off again and causes more destruction and fire. Okay, Alicia, what would you like to do?
Mind spike toward the one that suffocated me.
Okay.
Yeah, just normal, level 4.
Okay.
Works and they're not immune or.
This is psychic, right?
Yeah,
They are not.
nope.
Yeah. I mean, they're
Wisdom
undead.
save.
This one at least clearly has a mind.
Wisdom save, got it.
Wisdom save.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
Dirty
Yeah,
20.
that makes it.
Okay.
So, half of 7.
Okay, so 3. She looks hurt, but seems to be alright. Okay, so just a little twinge of pain flashes over her face as you hit her with the mind spike.
That.
Is that everything? Sorry, Leisure, you're cutting in and out. Sorry about that. It's alright.
Yeah, that is everything.
Okay, got it. The priestess is next. She's going to and go for Neuraxis. She also gets 2 claws and 1 bite attack. So the bite is, what's your armor class?
18.
18. The bite is a natural 19, so 26. And I need you to make a Constitution save, please.
14.
That is a fail.
Bad bitch in the corner.
She
You have a D10.
latches into your neck and holds on, and you feel something pulse through your system.
You have a D10.
Okay, so I have
I
I
have
have
inspiration.
Wait, I will hellishly rebuke her.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
You can
okay,
do
that's
that.
true.
Yep. Okay.
Ow, you goosh. Where are you? Almost up to 5th now.
So it's a okay.
26 fire damage.
And she has to make a save, right? Or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I know. There's a lot of stuff flying around.
Yeah, I think Dex save for half. I think.
Yes.
Dex save for
Dex
half?
save for half.
Got it. No, it's a 9. So she's gonna take the full 26.
She only rolls 9s and 10s on her.
I know,
save,
these things are not her save on that is not high at all. So Neuraxis, you're gonna take on the bite alone, it's 9 piercing and 12 necrotic. Because you're resistant, so that's the half.
Is it magic piercing?
No.
So I will only take 6
Okay.
and then 12 necrotic.
You're also going to take an additional necrotic because you are now you have contracted Daracul fever. So with that, you can make a save on your next long rest. It could potentially be healed, but you. Okay, so let me show you what this does. So you're going to take. You cannot resist this necrotic. You're going to take 15 points of necrotic. Your total max HP is reduced by 15.
Dang.
And you're going to take this on every round until it drops you to 0.
So it'll keep ticking down.
It's going to keep ticking, yeah.
Oh, God.
So he is now, his green flesh is starting to go gray around the face a little bit. Neuraxis, you feel like there's a tooth maybe loose.
Oh, no.
And you feel like you're decaying at a rapid pace. So,
Kind of like a mummy rot thing.
Almost, yeah. This is a Daracul fever. So
That's a hell of a fever.
yeah, it's not, and that's just on the bite. So she's also going to claw at you. 17 on the first, 18 on the second.
Second one hits.
Okay, second one hits for 6 slashing, and I need you to make a Constitution save.
6 becomes 3. Heavy. Another.
Oh,
14 again.
No, that's a fail. You're paralyzed.
You
Okay.
do still have a D10.
Yeah, I do.
Volker's like, I gave that to you for a reason!
I mean, I meant for you to use it on attacks, but if you need it for saves, use it.
So, thank you, Purple Die. So that is now a 19.
That'll save. So you fight against the paralyzation, but you feel sick. You don't have disadvantage on anything, but your health is being just ticked down by this.
Oh, God.
Okay. That was fun. Neuraxis, what do you want to do?
For you, maybe.
Well, not for me either, but I was just like, oh, geez. Okay.
Oh, I don't feel very. Oh dear. Nope, no more of this. Donk.
That's fair.
Actually, no, I want to save that for the rest save. Let's just go. 17.
That will miss.
Different dice, I can't be trusted. 20. Total.
That'll hit.
5, 14, 19.
19. Ooh. Yeah, she looks bad at this point. The cloth over her armor has torn away in sections. She's kind of heaving. They don't seem to really breathe, but she's having trouble staying up.
No one can understand you, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Okay, Neuraxis.
She probably didn't understand that either.
I still have lots of hit points. That should be okay.
Okay.
I will just stand my
You're
ground.
good? All right.
Try not to...
The ghasts are gonna do what ghasts do. And same thing.
Yeah.
Guess do what guess do.
Volcar on the bite, that's not gonna hit. That's an 11.
Yay.
The claw... Jesus, I'm rolling bad. That's a 12.
Yay.
And the last claw hits for a 25.
Ooh.
So go ahead and make that con save again, please.
Con save. Advantage.
Nice.
I didn't need that
Yeah,
advantage,
no,
but
but
yeah,
you're good.
25.
Yeah, more than good. You don't even... It's
I
not.
don't
It's
even.
not gonna get you. No, it's fine. You take 6 slashing.
That is already reduced, or
That's the just the, there's slashing and then there's poison damage.
yeah, but I mean, I'm reducing slashing too.
That's right.
Of the blade ward.
That's right. So you take 3,
Oh, okay.
and
That's
then
what
you're
I
gonna
was asking.
take. I forgot about the blade ward. You take 3 poison, and that is with the resistance.
That is pre-reduced. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. I only lost 6 HP this round.
Okay, yeah, that wasn't nearly as bad. The first 2 rolls were crap. And then the one on Ulrin that looks pretty bad at this point. Ulrin...
I'm nearly down to a third of my
Oh my god. Ulrin 17 on the bite, that misses.
That'll teach me to poke things.
I feel like you have to, you know, sometimes.
Yeah, of course I have to.
The claw, first claw's a 25.
I wanted to know if they were gonna.
Second claw's a
attack us.
23.
That is.
Okay, you don't have to make the con save since you rolled a natural 20 the last time.
Yay.
So the 2 claws, the first one coming at you is 11 points of slashing, plus 7 poison, reduced to 3. I need to consistently do that. And then the second one is 12 slashing, and 8 poison, reduced to 4.
Okay.
Okay. So it just lays into you with claws and tries to get teeth in, can't get past your armor, and just starts scraping at the metal of your armor and digs into wherever it can find flesh. And it is your turn then.
What's Neuraxis afflicted by? Is it a disease or
It is a disease, yes.
Okay. And it's a disease that, what did you say that it did again?
It reduces his max HP every round.
Okay.
It's like the worst fever ever.
It's awful.
It turned me
It's like-
grey.
Yeah.
And you lost a tooth.
But yeah,
I'll turn.
it
I'll
didn't
turn
last.
to him and I'll cast Lesser Restoration on Neuraxis.
Okay.
He's got mad bitch in the corners disease.
The lesser restoration, Neuraxis, you feel a little bit better. It allows you to have advantage on your next save against this, but it does not cure it.
It's still better.
Something. Okay.
So it's not a disease.
It's a very specific type of disease that you don't have any knowledge of.
It's the super nasty type.
Oh, it's like aggressive magical sickness.
Basically,
Crazy.
yes. Oh, and then you're hitting her with the
Yeah, with the
spiritual
Unwell
weapon? Okay, gotcha. For
it's bonus
8,
action.
yeah,
8
21,
force damage.
27 definitely hits, yeah. She looks real bad.
Good.
Yeah, she's on last legs, for sure. And the fire is just, slowly spreading. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's just-
It's
we
fine.
do that all the time.
Yeah. We're used to it by now. Okay, Ulrin, is that everything?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Got it. Volcar.
Yeah. I'm just gonna continue bard tanking here.
Okay.
I'm
bard
gonna
tanking.
blade ward again.
Got it.
And I'm gonna inspire Neuraxis again.
Okay.
Like, shake it off, my lizard friend.
Okay, Volkar's next riff of inspiration goes out, and then it's Sid's turn.
Part tanking! Because that's the thing you least expect.
Yeah.
That's true.
Surprise bar tank.
Like Scanlan using a sword, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't even know how to use this thing.
Right. Sid is going to say, "Hey, bitch in the corner, chest to the face." And I like gonna cast catapult on this chest here and throw it at her. And
Bonk.
because why not at 4th level?
Oh my god!
So she has to make a
Because
dexterity
why
saving
not?
throw.
A deck save,
Again.
got it.
Yeah. Yes.
One.
Is that good or bad? Like,
1!
Yes!
She rolled a 1.
Bitch! This
Nice.
chest now flies at her and wait, sorry, at 4th level.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
I'm sure the chest also splinters because
Oh
the chest
yeah.
takes the
If
same
you
damage
kill
as
her
she
with a
does.
chest, I'm gonna die
What?
laughing.
That,
This is
that my
amazing.
flying chest.
Plus 4.
Jesus.
That's 68 slashing damage. I've also disappeared from view. So
Wait, what? 68?
yeah, it's
68, not
6d8? That's
yeah,
still a lot.
and amazing.
at first level it does 3d8
Right.
and
Yeah.
then at 4th level, so it's 68 of bludgeoning damage.
That is a ridiculous spell. Jesus Christ!
Suck it!
Ow!
Oh, she's so dead. I can't even, like...
Yeah, Sid also
She
does it
can't
like
even
really.
either.
Sid also does it really casually. Like she's like over with this situation. Just does like a very like careless, but still like, fancy like flick of the wrist, and the chest just hurls towards her.
Jesus.
Oh my
Like
god.
Jedi style. Move the
I told you,
chest.
Sid is a Sith. I can. This is
I like to think like like though that doesn't kind of work that way, but like it's kind of like waits until Rex is like raises his sword, and then you just see a chest out of the corner of your eye flying into the head of the priestess in front of
Wow.
The,
Darth Sid.
the chest goes flying into her, and she, and actually lands between kind of the fire and Ulrin's spiritual weapon, and just slowly starts to turn crispy critter. Yeah, she's dead. She's dead. She had 12 hit points.
Dead.
She's dead. So, very nice. Anything
Yeah.
else, Sid?
I just say to Norexis, "You're welcome," and that's it. In a really cocky way, and that's it.
Of course. Of course. All right,
Thank-
Alicia. Yeah.
So precious.
You don't look so good.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, Sid's such an
Wow.
asshole.
We'll take Mind Spike towards the one that is. So Ulrin
Okay.
at level 5.
Okay. So wisdom save, right?
With
Oh, that's an 8.
A, he takes full damage.
Hey.
Gonna.
Splat.
Oh, I did it. No, that's math. 29 points of psychic damage. Guess I rolled well.
It's dead.
It's dead.
It's dead. The psychic energy that hits it fractures its skull where it already had a wound from where Owen's been smacking at it with his warhammer, and it just splits its head open. And brains on the
Ooh.
floor. It is dead. You have one left.
This room is just nasty.
It's-
The one
there's
that's left is
fire,
the one that's been on me
there's-
the whole time since I poked it.
Yeah.
There's disgusting decaying bodies, there's fire, there's destroyed debris.
The fire is eventually going to be an issue, just FYI. Like, it's slowly
Yeah.
burning.
I mean, the
Not
whole
as-
place is made of stone, right?
Yeah, and it's only burning the furniture, and not as quickly as you would expect, because, again, the furniture is waterlogged, so
Yeah.
otherwise we would have an issue here, but just a little bit.
Yeah. I imagine the smoke might become an issue at some point since we are in pretty
Yeah.
enclosed quarters.
All right. Alicia, do you want to do anything else?
Nope.
No? Okay. So, Neuraxis, she is dead in front of you and slowly on fire. Like the ends of her cape are
just been
Lighten
killed
up.
by a flying chest.
Yes, that was
Chest to the face.
amazing.
Just look around for something else. Let's see that that's good.
What can I do?
And over here!
Just to get full, like, duck, 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 duck.
I am gonna give you your damage that you're gonna take.
Yes.
Yeah. From this.
Yeah, don't make this. I make the save on a rest, not now.
On a rest, yeah.
The restoration, did he...
It just gives him advantage on his
Okay.
next save against it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So that is 17 necrotic.
Okie dokie.
And you watch Neuraxis's figure slowly, like his scales are starting to fall out.
I mean, he's gonna die before the next rest at this rate.
I mean, possible. That's very possible. Okay.
This is a very specific kind of condition that's happening to him.
Yeah.
Is it a long or a short rest?
He can make the save on a long rest, and there may be a way to help it, but that's not been done yet. So.
18 total to hit.
You're hitting the... Yeah, you rolled with advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, with the flanking and everything.
4 and 14. 18 total. That's it.
18 total? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't look happy either. There's starting to be... This one was not as beefy as the other one, so it's, yeah, it's looking hurt too.
Where did the D20 escape to? Oh, that's much better. 23 to
23?
hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
Oh, good as it could possibly be. Maths. 26 on the second one.
Yeah, he's on last legs. This is... Ouch. Oh, Jesus.
Yep. And... Wait, that's the 17 reduces my hit.
Reduces your max, I was just gonna say, yeah. So it takes your max down by another 17.
So I can... Yeah.
Is that everything for you, Neuraxis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The ghast is going to turn on Neuraxis since you were the last one to hit it, and he's going to do the same thing. So the bite is a 27.
That hits, and I would hellishly...
Got it. Claw is a 16. That's going to miss.
Oh.
And the other claw is an 11. So...
I was gonna say, if he hellishly rebuked the first attack, he might not
He
get
might, right.
the other two.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
But,
also true.
Yeah.
He missed anyway, so...
So it's a dex save again, right?
Yes.
15?
That is DC is...
Okay.
Well, it would have done 32,
Okay.
but instead it was 60.
I think
So-
that last deck just burned to crisp.
It's dead. You are still going to take from the bite.
Yep.
You're going to take the 10 piercing plus... You're poison resistant, right?
Yep.
Yep. So reduced is 3 poison.
So I only take 7, thanks to Heavy Armor Master, and another 3
And-
from...
Everything's on fire. But these creatures are dead.
Yeah.
and I get
Neuraxis...
Temporary-
Yeah.
temporary hit
so-
points for killing him. I
Okay.
still look very sick. I'm just
Yeah.
Yeah.
buoyed up by the act of murder.
Alright. Battle over. Room's on fire.
Volkar's bleeding all over, and he's like, sorry, just wanted to make sure they were dead. They were not.
I'm feeling pretty good.
I need to...
You were hiding behind
Oh,
the time.
no, that's just nasty.
Oh god, I feel like Oh god, there's a tooth in it. No.
You're
my
gonna,
teeth!
Neuraxis, you're gonna take another 12 points of necrotic damage and reduce your max HP by that much.
Will that come out of the temporary I just
Yep.
got from?
It'll come out of the temporary.
No, the temporary will go down, but my actual
Yep.
normal HP limit will drop.
Yep.
Which still takes some hit points.
Every
from
round he takes this damage unless someone does something.
Try.
I said,
I don't know what to do.
I'm gonna try a dispel magic in case it's a
Dragon
magic
It's
disease.
not looking good. I don't
Can I
have
do
anything.
Intelligence check to kind of figure out what it is.
I will let the magic users do Arcana. I will let the religious people do Religion.
24.
Okay.
10.
13.
Really,
3. Okay.
Oh, wait, I'll add my inspiration to it.
Okay.
Why not?
Fair enough.
8, so that's an 18.
Jesus.
on Arcana.
Ooh.
21 on the Arcana.
21. Okay, so combined with Ulrin's kind of cleric-y knowledge base and what Volkar knows, Darkhool are a crossbreed between ghasts and vampires.
Ugh.
They spread disease through their bites, but it is not cured in the typical ways. The intention is this is actually how you get these ghasts. Because once you die from this disease, you rise again as either a ghast or a Darkhool.
So you rise a ghast?
You rise again. Oh! You know what? I'm gonna just...
Where's the
Nice,
sunglasses?
nice,
He's back.
nice,
We're on.
nice,
I
nice.
forgot
We've
the
missed it.
sunglasses.
We've missed
Forgot the
this.
sunglasses.
There you go.
You rise a ghast?
There we
Oh,
go.
God. That's perfect.
Okay.
So that is the
Oh.
intention
Thank
behind this
you.
disease, because they cannot properly reproduce. This is how you get more of them. They've been heard of in the deep of the Underdark. Ulrin, with that check, Greater Restoration would stop the bleed, but he still needs a long rest
Yeah, to recuperate,
to recuperate.
the lost max HP.
Yep.
Yeah?
Maybe not
yeah,
in
so,
this
yeah.
very room.
Maybe not on the room on fire without corpses.
Neuraxis, another 6 total.
Good.
I go over and I place my hand on him, crush up, or grab some of the diamond dust that's left over from the other ones,
Okay.
and cast Greater Restoration.
Okay.
Thank God we
So-
still had some.
Yep, any reduction. Yep, so it stops. You're still at that cap on hit points until you do a long rest, but you will not lose continually now, and you're lucky because I was just getting ready to roll again. Ulrin's spell courses through you. You stop losing. You've actually lost scales. You've got a patch on your neck that is now bare. It's gonna take time. to
That's
grow
so
back.
sore.
Yeah.
So
That's
sore.
gonna regrow. You're
Open
fine.
wound. You've lost a couple teeth.
No, not my teeth. No.
You have plenty. It's fine. He looks sick, but at least he's not actively dying.
That's progress.
Yeah.
Does someone want to put
That's
the
an
fire
improvement.
out? As we'll kind of round it up here, but does someone want to put the fire out, maybe?
I'm gonna
Sure.
go around with my Ray of Frost.
Okay. Easy enough. What are
Yeah,
the
I'm
last...
gonna cure myself.
Okay. You guys can do a couple more things and then we'll call it good, but do you guys want to rest? What is the plan here?
Well, Rex should definitely rest.
I mean,
I want to open this other door too. Just
Sure.
I have no space to heal for a short rest, but I'll get all my other.
Oh,
Oh
so
yeah,
Step
we,
back.
that
yeah,
looks interesting.
Another
Yeah,
storeroom.
It dropped so much that it caught up with the amount of damage I'd taken, so it just.
Yeah. So yeah, there's more crates and boxes in here. Again, the brazier's not lit, but this was a guard room or a guard lookout at some point. There are ancient ballista here, rotted and warped from water and time and age. Nice, Volkar.
Yeah, that's a cure wound at 6th level.
Damn! But yeah, it was a guard lookout at one point. Ulrin and Volkar, make history checks for me. If you're not proficient, do it with proficiency. And use your stone cunning, please.
Boink.
At advantage or?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage.
Oh, advantage
Okay.
too. Okay.
I'll give you
22.
advantage. Yeah. With the dwarves.
Well, that's still a 21.
21 and a 22. Yeah, you now are realizing what this place is. It's called Deep Bridge Fort, and it was one of the lookouts used during the reign of Ironkeeper Ravenna Rockmore. This is ancient, and actually thought lost to time. Just one of the many tunnels and areas that the dwarves dug in hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and no longer part of the massive empire that was Kraghammer. They used to tunnel out way past the mountain, but that is this was a guard post at one point.
I want to search the bad bitch.
Yeah, make an investigation check for me.
Bad bitch in the corner.
A 5.
With a 5, she doesn't really have anything on her. She had a dagger. That's nice, but nothing unique. Couple pieces of jewelry. Looks like old gold jewelry. It's not anything to write home about, really.
Old, dirty, and partially crispy clothes.
Yep.
It's in this next room.
Yeah,
That
let's check the other rooms.
Is
Might as well check the rest and just before
You
we
can.
rest so we don't get bamboozled.
that is another tunnel going out, and you can kind of, when you look ahead, you can see where this one has partially collapsed. So they maybe got through there at one point. It's hard to tell, but yeah, this is a. So yeah, if you want to check the other rooms, there is a room back there, and that's it for the for this little fort, this little lookout post. It was
Cool.
at one point, yeah, part of the larger dwarven empire of Kraghammer for sure.
So which way collapsed? The
Both
left?
of the yeah, this is actually more like a wall here. You can't quite.
Oh.
I moved the map a
yeah.
little too far, but there's some
Can
wall
see,
here. Yeah.
Can see some rubble and
So
stuff.
like it all kind of collapsed in, and then there's a collapse a little bit further up.
Okay.
How far can I tell how far the collapse went? Or
Up here, you're probably looking at it's 50-ish feet ahead.
how many?
50 or so.
50?
It's basically a dead end. Unless you spend the time to dig it out.
Gotcha. And what's the other one? The other one
This
collapsed too?
was part of the cave wall. Yeah, this just looks like a natural rock
Oh, that other
formation that
one's
goes
just a-
nowhere.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So, last things before we round up today, before you guys take a rest? Did anyone
I
want to
assume
we- back
we-
here?
I assume, yeah, I was gonna say like.
If
just
there's
look in the
anything not
chests and the
rotten,
crates to see if
Mhm.
there's anything at all. Sid would probably do that with Pokey.
Yeah, back there, some pots of sludge. It looks like it maybe was lantern oil at one point.
Ugh.
It's kind of gone separated and thick and gross. Most of the crates back here are waterlogged. They're rotten. There's really not much left. A few bottles of wine that have gone to vinegar. Some empty water skins, and then there is a chest back here that looks like it has some kind of book, but it's been protected, like it's been wrapped up in some kind of material to keep the water off of it. Looks like a leather journal of some kind.
looks like
Sure.
an Elysia thing.
There you go.
Sure. Elijah, you like look up and you see Pokey on your shoulder, holding a book. That is probably the size he is himself. And he's like,
I think
It's
try and open it.
Yeah, you can open it. It's also a little soaked through, so some of the ink has run. It's written in Dwarvish.
After Pokey like hands the book to you, he like expectantly holds out his hand to you, like as in like a person who delivers a message and then wants to get a tip for it.
Nice.
I'm broke. She's just gonna.
Oh my gosh.
Less than gold.
Okay.
Do you do anything, or do you tell it to him? He just.
I'm gonna shake. She's gonna shake the hand.
Wow.
Good job. That's your tip.
He like it's weird because he's a monkey, but it's like looks at you and shakes his head like.
Not making friends there, Alicia.
No.
No.
He like. Yeah, he goes back to sit after that.
I mean, you could always tell him that we're gonna get bananas into Cookie Mansion just for him. That would work, probably.
Oh, Pokey doesn't like bananas.
What? What kind of monkey is he?
He has a very refined palate.
Alicia's gonna in there. To read Dwarvish and read the book.
Got it. Okay. What you can make out of this is the journal of someone, Stalwart Commander Tulin. You get a little bit of. It's basically an accounting of her day-to-day duties. Takes her job very seriously, but she does mention a little bit later on that she's journeying to Deep Bridge soon to check on the forces assessing a cave-in near there. She's concerned that the cave is a result of something in the Underdark trying to break through, and she also notes that attacks from those clawed, red-eyed bastards have increased. You do kind of realize that this type of thing may not be super useful to you, but it might be valuable to the dwarves.
Yeah.
Don't know. It's a bit of history. Hard to tell. But
she's gonna give the book to Oren.
Okay. Oren and Volkar would both, they know Commander Tulin's name. She was head of the personal guard for Ironkeeper Rockmore.
Super long ago, I assume.
Super long ago, yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, a lot of the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, as a historical figure of, being a bard, yeah, Volkar would know.
Oh,
probably.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, she was a famous hero. She made her name fighting in the Underdark, and then eventually was named Stalwart Commander and took up a post.
Yeah, well, anyone who got a nickname like that, that's...
Totally, yeah.
That's worth knowing stories about for a bard.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of the records during that time have been lost, and there was actually a really well-documented fire in the Memory Keeper's archives at that time as well, so this journal may be very valuable, even as waterlogged and hard to read as it is.
Well, I mean, it's still readable.
Still, some parts of it, yeah, you can pick up pieces of it here and there where the ink hasn't run. So, do you guys want to pick up next time, and we'll say you throw the mansion up and let Naraxis recoup?
Yeah, that sounds
Are
good.
we gonna long rest, or...?
I think he needs a long rest to get this max HP back.
He does.
I mean,
Okay.
I'd need a long rest to get it back. I could still travel. Hide at the
It's
back.
only been like 2 hours since we slept.
Yeah.
So you can probably.
We just slept 2 hours ago.
That's fine. I'll
Like,
just hide at the back and throw spells like a normal one. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we'll
I guess knowing that we still have hours of travel ahead, we can probably walk and then mention.
You can, yeah.
Put Naraxis in the middle this time to shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put the old man in the middle, the old dragon man.
I mean,
So-
I think I might still have more hit points than this year. I don't know.
How many do you have?
50.
I beat you by.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Or is it 50?
I'm literally half.
I beat you by 13 hit points.
Wow.
Okay.
Woo!
Okay. So we'll kind of pick back up here next time. You guys can decide if you want to continue on and that kind of thing. Ran over a little, but that's okay. You were fighting things. So,
yeah, we're fighting things.
Fighting things. The gang is back in town, and we will catch you all back at the end of the month. I believe it's July 28th is the next one. Until then, be good to each other. We love you all. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.